and welcome to the 1-6 Scale Man. Proudly presents another episode of You Know What It Is, man. It is. Comic Book Talk with Friends on a Monday. I'm your host, Leo Rockwell, for the 1-6 Scale Man YouTube channel. Do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so you're always up to date as to what we got going on over here. It's becoming a thing now. I think it's becoming a thing now, bro. Like we gonna bring the crew in, man. I'm so glad to have my guys are back here, man. Like straight up, because that means we gonna go off the rails tonight. It's gonna be fun again. Another discussion. Let's go in, man. We gonna bring everybody here, man. Starting off with Prop Wiz. Prop, man, what's going on with you, brother? How you doing, man?
Man, living life, man. Just got back from the ATL Comic Con this weekend. Wasn't a big event, man. For the Prop Wiz, it wasn't a big event. It wasn't a lot of people there. Went there planning on interviewing people. It wasn't a lot of people, so I didn't interview. But as a fan, I was able to get Lou Ferrigno's autograph on the 3D printed joint. I got it, man.
Oh, did you paint it?
Yeah. You know what? The 3D print, you can kind of see the print lines, man. I can do a little bit better on the print itself, man. But I had to, I'm gonna do a resin print a little bit later down the road. So I'm not gonna glue them to the base, man. But I thought it was a good little rough job. I kind of cheated it, man. I painted them flesh tone, and then I painted them green so that you can see a little bit of the.
No, that's dope, though. That's dope.
Shining through. Yeah. I should have brought my Linda Carter, man. You know I got a Linda Carter upstairs too, man.
Word.
3D printer, man. I'm bring her down next week.
Oh yeah, bring it down, bro. Definitely bring it down, man. Definitely, bro. Appreciate having you here, man. As always, we got Vinny. What's going on with you, bro? You good?
Nothing, man. Good weekend. Was up at Hershey Comic Con, and that was nice because it was a local con, just less than 15 minutes away. So it was easy setup, easy in and out. Didn't have to worry about hotel or travel, nothing like that. I was basically home. So that was dope. Had fun. Got to see our boy Bruce there hang out with him for a minute. It had a bunch of people stop by and talk shop and taught some young people some art tips, and that's always one of my favorite parts of the show when artists come up and we get to talk shop about techniques and stuff like that. I get to show a little bit of the knowledge and pay it forward a little bit. So that was fun, and so good weekend. Crazy huge job I had today in the rear view. I'm glad it's there. So I'm looking forward to getting eyes on Fantastic Four this weekend. So I got some Fantastic Four stuff coming up that I'm working on, and beyond hype, obviously, for the film. So
brother.
Excited for it.
As always, man. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for being here. As always, we got where'd he go, man? Where you at, bro? Where you at, Jedi, bro?
Blackness.
Where you at, bro?
Blacker than black.
We gonna come back to him, man. We got my man. Oh, he done dipped out. We got my man, Romy Brown. What's going on with you, bro? You good?
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Jerome in the house.
I just got back from good old Jamaica, man. And,
word.
Everybody. Look, I went to Hershey. Everybody else is in Jamaica, Florida.
Had a good time out there. You know, it was a little bit cooler there than it was here. So for the people out here that wanted to know a little bit about that weather, but it was good. But I had to come back on your show, man. I enjoyed myself so thoroughly with you guys.
Bro, it was fun. It was so much fun, bro. So glad to have you here with us, man, tonight, man. It definitely is a pleasure seeing you again, man. As always, been checking out the channel too. Content on there is on point. When I say on point, it is on point, man. Definitely things that need to be talked about. If you haven't already, definitely let them know, man. They need to head on over there, man, for real. But man, definitely, man, thank you for being here again. Jake, I think Jake will be back in here in just a second, man. I don't know if he dipped out. Hey, yo, so Rome Prop was basically celebrating. Yeah, he was celebrating a win, bro. He said he was celebrating the win. He said
don't let him provoke you.
He said, listen.
Don't let him provoke you.
He said his strategy was that every time we went to each individual panel member, his strategy was to back us in the corner. He was like, let me just take y'all out. Let me just go in one by one and just challenge thoughts in that aspect. And I was like, okay, I see where that comes from. I see what you were trying to do.
I had to. And Jerome and
a little bit.
Jerome and Vinny, y'all were the hard cookies to crack, yo. Y'all had a technique to y'all, and I think it was the light skin wonderness that y'all just brought together.
Wonder Twins, right?
She's like the light skin wonderness, bro.
It was hard to get through that, man, but
the light skin wonderness, bro. Wow, that's a new one,
bro.
Yeah.
The light skin wonderness. We
Beautiful.
don't go with that.
I never did light skin, but remember my son is light skin, man. So
you did do this every time when you made a point. Now, usually when I have suspects doing this, or if I do this, I'm kicking you.
Yep.
I'm taking advantage of the internet gangsterness.
I told you, bro.
You can't touch me in this magical place.
That's how it was. but here's the thing, bro. Not to stick with this topic too long, but hey, Jay, so your boy James Gunn had a lot to say.
Oh,
he's full of shit.
No. Because I kind of believe this aspect of it. Because he didn't say any names.
Yeah.
But we all knew who he was talking about.
The Rock.
And I think that version of it was true. I think it was true. And he overstepped because that's what he wanted to do. And and it wasn't even just Cavill James Gunn that said that. It was other people that were under the fold that said the same thing. He was just kind of maneuvering in a way that it was like, yo, well, you can't go to a studio your first time around, basically in with this studio doing this movie. You know, you're actually breaking down walls in this genre. You're just kicking in as a character who doesn't really have a long life expectancy, because this is the first time we see everything was pending on how successful that film was. And it wasn't as successful as you thought, but you were just calling shots. Now, but at the same time, a lot of that still doesn't fall on him. A lot of that falls on Zaslav, bro. Zaslav was the one who basically allowed them to have that or make that announcement. You could have stopped Cavill from going on that movie America.
After watching him talk like that about Cavill, I like, all right, I'm gonna let off him a little bit, because I really think that he wanted to have Cavill back, but he wanted to announce that was going to be the case. And I didn't think he wanted him back as Superman. He probably had him back as somebody else.
Yeah. He had a plan.
I think he didn't want him as Cavill, but Zaslav did, and he got put in a spot where it looked like it was his fault.
Gunn?
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, Gunn did. Okay. Yeah, Gunn did. He got put in a spot.
I don't think Gunn wanted Cavill, but when Zaslav announced that he was going to be bringing him back, Gunn had to just toe the company line and be like, not say shit. Yeah. Then when Zaslav changed his mind, right at the same time as Gunn was coming in, it just looked like it was Gunn saying, nah, that's not who I want. When he didn't say shit in first place, but he had to be the bad guy. And it's like your first day on the job, you got to fire somebody. Right, and it's like, I just got here. I didn't want you, but I'm not the reason why you're going.
Yeah. Dude, and again, man. And people got to be clear. Like, if
Gunn was going to have to fire Cavill.
Right.
Yeah.
And people got to be clear, bro. Man of Steel, Zack Snyder is super dope, bro. Yeah. Those movies were not successful. They weren't successful, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Everything after that, I think Man of Steel would have been better received.
Yes.
With better all the promotion they did for they've done for this movie. If Man of Steel had this promotion, it'd have been a box office smash, bro.
Well, Man of Steel did reasonable, because Man of Steel did when he's saying that this movie doesn't have to make $1 billion, Man of Steel was in that same position. So Man of Steel was successful, even though it didn't make the Marvel money move. You know what I'm saying? It was successful for what it was. So when I say it wasn't successful at all, I'm not talking about Man of Steel. I'm talking about each time they made a movie, it didn't get better. When you got Man of Steel made $700 million. Now we add Batman.
Yeah.
2 popular characters in Wonder Woman. It should be more. And it wasn't.
It was rushed.
It wasn't reflecting.
It was a rushed idea.
It's
not something. I was totally against them actually doing Batman versus Superman.
They shouldn't have never did that.
They shouldn't have never did that, bro. Because the thing is, you're trying to tell a story bringing a character in and bringing a new actor to basically play this character that no one had ever seen.
Right.
You had two actors that actually came in that were playing these roles for the very first time. The first time you actually seen them, they didn't actually. Now, mind you, it did kind of give a boost to Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman because her film made money. It was successful. You know what I mean? But you never gave Ben Affleck a Batman film. It was BVS. You put him in this particular, and you painted a Cavill in a corner, that character in the corner, by making him damn near a villain.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it's just like, yo, like what, where that, and again, and I can't blame Snyder in that aspect because even Snyder said, yo, that wasn't the plan. The plan wasn't. That came at that time, the regime that was ahead of Warner Brothers at that time, were pushing it because they saw an Avengers film, and they was like, "No, we gotta get this."
It, yo. Well, not only that, man, the corniness.
BVS wasn't the plan either. You know,
that's what I'm about to say.
That's what I'm saying. BVS wasn't the plan.
All you got to do is look at the power that James Gunn has. People, when I'm seeing people arguing, Snyder didn't have that power, yo.
No, he did not.
You know what I mean? It's his visual style. He's a director. He had that kind of power, but he didn't have the power to be like, what movie? All they had to say was, we want to do this movie next. I can picture Snyder being the dude is he fitness cat, yo. He's a go-getter. He's a doer. I can picture him saying, okay, I'll get it done. But that Batman v Superman didn't come from him. That came from that studio trying to rush what you guys said. He didn't have that power to do that.
During that era, we were all saying like there needs to be what Feige or Gunn is now ahead of studios.
Exactly.
On that. Whereas all the people in power above Snyder were people who were just in charge of the entire studio and didn't really have a distinct goal or driven set in mind for a DC EU to be a driving force. They just looked at it as, just go, it doesn't really matter. Just go. They'll make money. Like they didn't understand, and it's so frustrating because they never had to fight for their IPs. They never had to go wait for rights to revert back. They had all their toys the whole fucking time.
Right. Yeah. Yo, and look at how Feige treated. They waited for James Gunn to shoot Suicide Squad and come back and finish Guardians 3. To do Guardians 3, right? To finish the trilogy. Mm-hmm. Snyder has a tragedy in his family or a situation. And I felt like that was like, y'all couldn't even wait for him. This dude done built this whole universe and you can't even wait for him to. But again, I think that they were already losing. That little stuff they did to Cavill, I feel like they did that to Zack Snyder a little bit. They took advantage of his tragedy and be like, you know what? Let's change this up.
WB is grimy. The new head of WB is grimy, and it's just the way things work there.
Yeah,
it is, and that's the thing. Like they have now, mind you, they have, someone like James Gunn that he can save face, but at the same time, he's going to write the ship in a way that it makes sense. Because contrary to what a lot of people believe, that fucking Superman film is successful right now. It is successful. It's successful.
But as much power as Gunn has, the true colors will shine through. We'll see grimy shit from WB in the future. And and we'll get to it later. But there's some chicks in the armor with Feige too.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that.
Oh yeah.
Y'all hear what Colin?
It does not sit well with me at all.
I agree.
Yeah, what you said? What
Colin Farrell said about WB, about the Batgirl movie?
I didn't hear that.
Yo, Variety, he just did an interview. He said they asked him, did you ever think that the Penguin was going to make it to the big screen? And I think they were talking about the TV show, but they said the big screen. And he said, in a world, I'm paraphrasing, but he said in a world where you could have a $90 million Batman film shelved after it was finished filming, he was like, nothing's guaranteed in this industry. And I felt like that was you know what I mean? Like
it is.
That's a statement to us.
we gonna get, because there was some things that Feige said that I'm like, wow, okay,
man.
You are allowing this, man. Number one, it's like I'm wondering if there was a conversation after that, but it wasn't. But at the same time, things that he said about Sony that I'm like, yo, that's kind of fucked up from on Sony's side. That they won't allow it. They are still holding on to a dead franchise and do absolutely nothing with. You know what I mean? Like you have the potential to make money, but you just fucking refuse to do it because of your own fucking hubris and stubbornness. And now, in their defense though, maybe they are waiting until they release this final film. You know what is it? Cross the Spider-Verse? No, not the Cross the Spider-Verse. It's the is that the Cross the Spider-Verse, right? Right now? Beyond the Spider-Verse. So they're basically waiting for Beyond the Spider-Verse. You want to put your miles out. You don't want the focus. It makes a lot of sense not to bring a live action version to take the focus off of that film. So I get that, and maybe it's a waiting period. But at the same time, to put out the statement was kind of bold. I'm like, ugh. And then the whole thing, yeah, we'll get into it. We're going to talk about that in just a few moments. But before we do, everybody out there, man, thank you for being. I'm gonna get to the chat in just a few seconds, but I want to actually pay homage, of course. The places we get these figures on our collectibles and you know, just a lot of our, you know, collectible options from. Since we got you on here, Vinny, we're gonna start with you first, man. We got Vincent Dunn Art, as always, man. Make sure you head over there to his page. Feel free. Now, as a matter of fact, you can get to it through his Instagram page. The link to his store is there as well. Got a lot of pieces up there, things that you can actually get. You gotta put that Mr. Terrific up. That Mr. Terrific up here as well, man, because that was pretty dope. Bro, tell them what's going on with the store, man.
Yeah, man. At Vincent Dunn Art, my IG page, there's a link to the store, as you mentioned. Regular prints, which are 11 by 14s, are buy two, get one free at all times. Same goes with book page prints. That's the site also offers canvas prints. So if you want some bigger pieces for your wall, I got you covered. And I have all types of other stuff too, from originals to album vinyl art to mini canvases that has original artwork on it and glass pieces. So there's all kinds of variety on the page. I try to keep it fresh and try to keep adding new and different stuff all the time. If there's something that you want that you don't see, hit me up. Commissions are open. And new stuff coming to the store all the time. I just did a Mr. Terrific over the weekend at the con in between guests that I'm looking forward to getting onto the site so everybody can check it out. And new Fantastic Four stuff is coming, so I'm looking forward to getting those finished up for the film. And those will be on the site shortly thereafter too. So expect a site update coming soon with stickers added and a whole bunch of stuff added to the site soon. So I'll be working on that to have all revamped within the coming weeks here. But yeah, if you need something, just hit me up. Got you covered. Appreciate
it. Yeah, definitely, bro. Thank you for being here as always. And listen, head on over there, man. The link is on his Instagram page. Make sure you head over there. And he forgot to tell you, basically, every print that you actually collect, you get a replica key to the room. It ain't gonna work, but you still get a replica key, man. So this would have put that
you know the Fortress of Solitude key that nobody can lift?
That's what I was thinking.
Man, definitely thanks for that, bro. Also, we want to give a super duper shout out to my man Ray over there at Underground Figures. It's Underground Ray. Again, no NRD, shipping and handling is definitely reasonable. Sign up for that newsletter so you're always up to date as to when your figure or collectibles arriving. On top of that, create yourself an account because you never know when it might be free shipping or an actual discount code on the figure choice of your choice. So definitely head on over there. He'll take care of you. Also, we got to give a shout out to my man Ray over there at Hawk Wars Toys. It's Hawk Wars Ray, giving you the best in collectible options. You get that figure, comic book stickers, everything, man. Give you a complete experience. Proud sponsor currently right now of the Figure Flex Friday Facebook group. Head on over there. He'll take care of you. Tell him I sent you. Also, we got to give a super duper shout out to my man Jake over there at Comic Relief Comic Collectibles. If you are looking for the latest and greatest in comics, also 1 tip scale, 1/12 scale, you already know where you need to go. Head over there to Comic Relief and Comic Collectibles, and he'll definitely take care of you. Also, we want to give a shout out to my man Brian Wong over there at Modu Case, Modu Space for giving us the best in display options. I got the mono, but you can get the display option your choice. Hit him up. He'll take care of you. Last but not least, got to give a shout out to El Diluvio, Tina Cruz, my sister, making sure that she takes your experience from here to here with realism. That's what it's all about. So definitely head over there, tell her I sent you, and she'll take care of you as always. Again, man, let me see what's going on with the chat real quick. Let's see who we got here. Got to bring Jason back in here since he pimping where he's at right now. You already know it is, man. Who else we got? We got Malika. We got Malika Mabane, WRNR, Real Ego Radio. WRNR on your listening dial.
Happy birthday, Malika.
As always, bro. Happy birthday, man. As always. We got my daughter in the building. Let's get these likes up. If you're enjoying the content, thank you so much. my baby girl. I get a chance to spend time with her on Thursday. We're gonna go see Fantastic Four in the theater next to Vinny's. So definitely, because she gets off work at 7, so I got to wait for her. But definitely got to give a shout out to my baby girl. Thank you for being here as always. Who else we got in here? We got Ghetto Yoda in the building. Thank you for being here as always. We got Amber May in the building. The Den Mothers in the building. Thank you for being here. Happy birthday, Malika Mabang in the building, man. Thank you for being here as always.
Birthday, brother.
Bruce Leroy's Glow is in the building. Thank you for being here as always. Charlie the Unicorn is in the building. Vinny Wonder Woman, do it. Definitely, he said, do it. Thank you for being here as always. Yeah, you got. I think you need to do an update like the Carter, bro. Let's make that happen. Anyway, man, what else we got here? We got. Did you start it? See, there you go. Jaren's Disability, thank you for being here. Who else got? Jeffrey in the building, thank you for being here as always. Who else have we got? My man Chuck G is in the building. Thank you for being here as always, man. I definitely appreciate you. Who else have we got in here with us this evening? We got Dale A is in the building. Thank you for being here as always. Pedro Lopez is in the building. Thank you for being here, bro, as always. Who else do we got in here with us, man? Did I miss anybody? Oh, Marla 2745 is in here. Force is in the building. Thank you for being here. Who else do we got with us, man? I think we covered everybody so far and everybody that's actually coming in. So definitely thank you for being here. Yeah, man, some things we got to talk about. So right off the rip, so Kevin Feige did again, he had like an interview with that. What was that, Variety or who was it with? Entertainment Weekly or somebody
about Miles.
Well, it was a couple of things that he talked about. He was talking about the trajectory of where Marvel is going right now. So he did make a statement that, again, you have other movies where characters are being rebooted all the time. You have such characters as Superman, Batman is being rebooted so many different times. Different actors have come in. So he's talking about that's the same approach that they're going to actually have for the Marvel Cinematic Universe as well, where they're going to be rebooting a lot of characters that starting with, we have some characters that are going to be rebooted as far as Iron Man, Captain America, stuff like that. And for people not to, he said it's going to probably, what do you say? It's probably going to, again, it's not going to offend, but it's going to really, it's going to be a glitch to a lot of people because they're used to seeing so many different faces. He said, but it was part of the multiversal effects, how things are going to end going from Doomsday to Secret Wars. So I'm going to start with Jerome, man. Do you think, we're going through a phase where after Endgame, the expectation for, there was, as a matter of fact, after Endgame, there wasn't really too many, what's going on with this? Back at me. It wasn't too much going on as far as, people, we were already there. We were already there with Marvel. There was no higher expectations set on them because we thought, hey, they can achieve because what we've done with Endgame. There's nowhere but up. But after that, going into the pandemic, everything we experienced after that, there was a lull. A lot of these films and franchises weren't as successful as they should have been. The misstep to me, I believe, was introducing the multiverse in a space where people weren't really familiar with it. And you had there was no cohesiveness in between films, like it used to be. Now, look, we know there's change, but everything was pretty much a standalone film. So now you're forcing that cohesiveness into such films as Doomsday and going into Secret Wars. Do you think it's just really, really time with and now they're talking about now finally he talked about Blade and how Blade is going to be basically versed in the modern time, and they got the writers from, what did they say? They got the writers from I forget what films. Was it the writer from Thunderbolts or whatever to do? I believe it when I see it. But anyway, Jerome, what do you think about? Do you think it's about time now that they need to do the reboot? They need to just say, you know what, let's start fresh, because every idea that they've come with after Endgame so far, it's been iffy. Marvel's basically treading that road where people aren't really as faithful as they were before. What's your thoughts on that, man?
Well, I will tell you this, that they had the perfect connective tissue with Loki.
Yeah.
If you take a look at Loki and how they built that out, and the introduction of Kang. Kang
Yeah.
was the most fearsome. He was going to be more fearsome than Thanos.
Yeah.
He was much more dynamic. Thanos, of course, was overpowering with his size and strength, but it was all built on, of course, the rings. The stones.
Yeah.
So they could have really and why am I saying that is because of the fact of the pandemic, since you mentioned it.
Yeah.
And so they really had done a good job building that up to that point. They dropped the ball and they left a lot of cliffhangers out there. And because of so many cliffhangers being dropped, I guess you have no other choice but to reboot. Because how are you going to tie those ends up at this point?
Yeah.
So
you can't do it this extra quick.
Right. And at this point in time, I think that there's frustration and there's you can't beat a dead horse and just drag all that rotten meat and bring it over to the finish line. You got to do the reboot at this point in time. And that was their fault. That was no one else's. That was their fault.
Yeah.
Have phone calls been made to Jonathan Majors at all? Like he's just still in limbo. He don't know what's going on, or
we don't know.
They ain't gonna tell us.
We don't know. They're not going to say anything about what's going on, and I wouldn't believe a damn thing that they said, even if they said it, bro. To be quite honest.
True.
Yeah, I wouldn't believe a damn thing that they said, even if they say it at this particular time, bro. And I think a lot of what's happening with them right now is hubris, bro. They fucked up. Plain and simple. Like that's just basically what it is, man.
They didn't have to capitulate to that crowd either. To kick Majors out. That was you're talking about a generational actor that was about to blow up the entire Marvel universe by himself.
Bro,
you talked about that on your show too, didn't you, a while back when he got in trouble?
Yeah, you just don't. You just cannot do that type of stuff and expect at that point in time for someone who is that talented was going to go ahead and be that diverse, that dynamic in this universe where he could play off of any actor or actress out there and hog up all the airspace by himself.
Yeah,
they hit a wall. They hit a wall when they got rid of him, man. They hit a wall,
bro.
That was terrible.
The thing that I didn't understand, and I still don't, because again, you can't live in this space and not be as honest. And they want to sweep this whole thing under the rug, and it's kind of fucked up because you have somebody like James Gunn. You fired the man because of borderline pedophilia. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Honest.
Some of the shit was said. Let's be honest. It was borderline pedophilia. Certain things that he said, remarks that he made back then.
Yeah.
Again, even though he scrubbed those remarks, he tried to scrub them. People found them. You can find that shit on Twitter.
Right.
Anything can find. Hey, trust me. I got inside private eye upstairs. My baby can find anything.
Yeah.
She can find anything. So that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you fired this dude. He's hired by, DC makes a film. You forgive this man. You want the smoke to blow over, and you bring him back
to
produce another film. You know what I mean? You basically bring him back to do so. Now, head honcho over where he's at. This man, video footage didn't really, in my opinion, a lot of what was actually shown. Now, mind you, it was certain things, but what it was shown was she was also more the aggressor than he was.
But he was a
now I bring that up in them shoes, in them boots.
Right.
But listen, I bring this up because again, if you can give one person a chance, how come the other person doesn't get a fair shot, bro?
Exactly.
And that's the same. It's you won't, and then that's what I'm saying. Like that whole thing, bro. And they were talking about, there was rumors back a couple months back or whatever that they were going to bring him back just to kill him off. If I was Jonathan Majors, I'd be like, yo, fuck that. Hire somebody else.
I wouldn't have done that
Give
either.
it to somebody else. You're not going to make me the butt of every fucking joke. I'm not doing that. Do what you got to do. I'll just keep doing my indie films. I'll work my way back. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody like Gunn hires the dude, to be quite honest. He knows everything there is. He needs to know about forgiveness because he's been through that shit before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What's your thoughts about this? Where you have Downey, who was in the beginning before Iron Man, they took a chance on him.
Was off the chain.
But his problem was, hey, professionally, can we count on him? That wasn't the problem with Major. Everybody loved him.
But that's a different thing because what's his name? That played Happy. The people had to fight for that. They didn't want.
They didn't want Robert Downey.
They wanted Tom Cruise in the beginning, right? They wanted Tom Cruise.
Right.
Yeah.
And Robert Downey Jr. problems were way before. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was years or what, but it wasn't recent. But hey, I'm gonna tell you, you guys, Jerome, one of you guys already kind of answered it. They didn't know what to do with Kang. They were already slipping, bro.
Yeah.
They was already slipping. So it wasn't just this act. And I know I'm talking crazy. Dude, I think I'm on one today, bro. So I'm going to be talking a little crazy.
Let's go.
But I really, in my heart, feel like them jokers didn't know how to handle this character. And they took advantage of tragedy. I'm not going to call it completely tragedy, but that dude's mishap. They took advantage of it.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't big enough to fire him. They could have they had already waited. And look where he's at now.
Right.
Because they could have waited. They could have waited this long to wait for him to do is help him out.
Well, you're right about that. Quantum Mania onto its surface was
mishandled.
Him wasn't. He was not a problem. He was actually the bright light of that movie.
Yeah.
Right.
And this is where my problem is. Robert Downey Jr.'s, excellence as an actor got him through that moment. Why can't his excellence was just the same?
Right.
Yeah.
That's my problem with the whole thing.
But
they blew up their own face.
Yeah.
But see, RDJ hit the stuff that he was doing way worse than what they said Jonathan Majors did. My man went to jail and everything. You feel
just
me?
how long it lasted. I mean, he was habitual. He was getting in trouble over and over again.
Bro.
Hey, and I want to be clear. I'm glad that I think he's a good person.
Bro.
I'm glad,
you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad he went through
it. Listen. I want to say this real quick, bro.
Right.
Because there were some infractions with that entire fucking team. Let's be completely honest, bro. Josh Brolin had some shit with assault and battery.
DV.
Bro. Exactly. So did Jeremy Renner. Him and his wife, his ex, had infractions where there were some allegations that were thrown out there. Did any of them motherfuckers get a spotlight on them? No.
None of them got a spotlight.
Not at all, bro.
None of them got
Not
fired.
at all. So there's so many
fired.
different things. And no, they hyped this whole Kang thing up and made us believe that it was in good hands. When you bring that character on, and I'm like, yo, this is a dope ass idea. When they made announcements that Jonathan Majors would play it, I was like, you got something good there. And they fucked it up. And that's why I believe it.
But
Vinny, you've been basically twisting your head, bro. I know you got some thoughts real quick, but Jason, what were you going to say real quick?
No, but see, I remember those conversations back when they first announced that me, you, and Vinny talked about if they're gonna do Kang, they gotta handle it right. If they fuck it up, it'll be messed up for the entirety of them having it with Marvel. We talked about that in depth on shows about that when they announced it, and our greatest fear came true. They didn't know what to do with it. They waited. Well, they didn't wait for it, but they took advantage of him getting in trouble, and they got rid of him.
You bring a character like that, as detrimentally sound and impactful as that character is, and you put him in Ant-Man, bro.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I was like, well, maybe there's maybe, but no, that's not a joke. When half the film was a fucking anecdote, that particular character didn't belong in that, bro.
I'm with you on that.
Not that version. You know what I'm saying? If y'all wanted to put him in there, you know what I'm saying? Because I felt like that was.
But, bruh, any version of Kang would not have been killed by ants. I don't care what version it is. I don't care what version it is, bruh.
Man, it was some big ants though.
Come on, dog. Stop,
bro. He's too.
I had to try.
Bro, like listen.
Leo hired me to be a contrarian. I had to try.
Listen. Kang is. I always basically label Kang as he is the darker version from a technical standpoint. He is a darker version of Bruce Wayne because he always has a contingency. He has to because he's that intelligent, and on top of that, it deals with time. He's seen it before. He's seen this shit before it happens, and he told you what was going to happen, and that's exactly the way it happened. You can't stop it if he sees it. He already knows. There's no, so it's crazy. Vinny, what was you gonna say, bro? What's your thoughts, man?
I hate the disingenuousness by Feige here. because it's revisionist history. Jonathan Majors is out there making new masterpieces like Magazine Dreams, and if you have not seen Magazine Dreams, please see it. It's one of the most phenomenal performances from an actor, not just this year, but any year. It's absolutely a generational performance, and it's every single time you see him in a film, it's like, that's why they looked at this dude and said, this may not be the obvious choice for next big bad, but if he is the guy, then we put all in chips on him because he can do anything. And then he went out there and they put this cat in several different projects. Every single one of them were critically acclaimed. Everybody fawned over everything. And then they set up a Kang Dynasty film. Then they made a Quantumania where the post-credit scenes is a stadium full of Kangs, all leading all roads to a fucking Avengers film called The Kang Dynasty. And then this motherfucker gets in trouble, and Feige has the nerve because public perception of Majors isn't exactly pitchforks and torches anymore. So now it's like, we knew way before Quantumania and way before the trouble with Grace that we were going to lead away because he was no Thanos. That's bullshit. Such fucking bullshit. Because if you felt he wasn't as on a level of Thanos, you realize that the level of anyone comes from writing, right? So you could have, if you felt like, hey, he wasn't being pushed in the level of Thanos, why didn't you look at that script coming on the way for Quantumania and say, wait, you have him getting beat by ants? You're not even going to have him take out Michael Douglas or
exactly, bro.
Really? Those two are retired and don't even want to act no more. You easily could have had him kill Hank and Wasp on the way out, and you easily could have had him not even die in the first place. So if you felt like they weren't treating him like a Thanos level villain, you had the option there to course correct that, and instead you just let that slide, figuring nobody would care because nobody wants to see the exact same journey to the film that Thanos had. He felt that it would be interesting if he was able to be beaten along the way before he got to Kang. Instead of being one unstoppable person, he'd be unstoppable when there's multiple of him, which is whatever. That's one theory. That's fine. That's their concept. But now that he got in trouble, now you're saying, oh yeah, we never wanted him in the first place. That's like saying, you can't fire me. I quit. Like I would, you know, she dumped me, but she was ugly anyway. Like, nah, man, you lying, yo. I really don't like that. Like,
yo.
Be honest, yo. Be honest.
He's covering up the fact that there was
y'all pandered to optics. If you not only pandered to optics, you pandered to optics that were foul and unjust. And I tell you, I'm sure as I'm sitting here, I know that if Brie Larson had got in trouble for breaking her boyfriend's finger because he was attacking her trying to get her phone, and then he chased her through the streets of New York at night on video, there'd be a parade after that chick.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's after dancing and everything that she...
It'd be Brie Larson Day. Like, but
selective. It's selective. Yeah. They're very selective about who they back.
Yeah. So things didn't work out fine, whatever. And that is what it is. All right, shit happens. Okay, instead of moving past that and just saying, look, it was not good for business. It's not the look that we wanted to have right now. We made exceptions for that in the past. We didn't feel it was the right time, right place to do that now. We moved away from that. Instead, you do him even more dirty and was like, nah, he sucked anyway. Fuck you. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
It is.
I got a question for you guys. How, and a little bit for what Vinny was just talking about. What if he's putting down Kang like that, or at least his version of Kang? Well, why didn't you bring Kang out first before Thanos? Why don't you do the?
Yeah. If Thanos is the standard player,
right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what? I think that, and again, I call bullshit because the expectation was for him to be a Thanos level threat.
Right.
Because that's what the motherfuckers would. That's what they were pushing. It was you can't go back on that because that's what you were pushing. It was your choice to make the character what the character should have been. But what you did,
exactly. It's up to you.
It's up to you. But what you did, you took a chance and thought that, okay, if we put him in this film it would make sense. It would work out the way it's supposed to. And obviously, you read a script that nobody else, or maybe you read the wrong script thinking that, okay, this is what it's supposed to be. And the writers were like, nah, that wasn't the right one, because that was completely different. That film was a fucking phallus, bro. And I haven't even watched it since. I really haven't. It's not that I hated it as much as I hate Thor: Love and Thunder. I just think that the treatment of that particular character was terrible. It was terrible execution. It was absolutely, if anything, you should have stuck with the sentiment of maybe just putting Kang in Loki. Have him in it. If that's what you wanted to do, if you wanted to execute how much or how powerful he is, how much of a threat this character is, put him in a film where it makes fucking sense, not where it's going to make him the butt of every joke afterwards, bro. And that's the problem. But then you were betting. Then once the motherfucker got in trouble, like it was said, it was almost damn near easy way out. Easy way out of a bad situation that you didn't want to admit to.
Here's the question: if Quantumania, let's just say Quantumania made over $1 billion, are we talking about this?
No,
because he wouldn't got fired. He wouldn't got
exactly.
fired.
We would probably talk about how bad the film was.
Right.
If it's $1 billion, they wouldn't talk about it.
Right.
There wouldn't have been no questions, and they definitely wouldn't have got rid of. Well, who knows? But they would have fought harder for it.
Well, can I say something?
He would have got fired. I don't think he would have got fired.
I don't think he would have got fired, dude. To your original question to Jerome, the first
You didn't put your hands up, bro. I saw you do it again.
I did this. Well, there's urgency. Like, yo, I gotta. And then I got a question.
That's agreeing with you too.
Yeah. That's we in good terms, bro. My biggest issue with Marvel right now, and again, all y'all done touched on it in some shape, form, or fashion, where it's honesty, whether they're being genuine or not. Dude, I'm starting to see the money. I hope I'm not right, so I'm not ready to say this is what it is, but I'm starting to see the money moves, bro. I'm starting to see the suit.
Oh yeah,
you understand what I'm saying? Where it's like, okay, you're doing this. Seems like even when you said the reboot, that's my first time hearing it today when you said it. But all I hear is, why would you reboot something except to try to recapture? We don't know where to go, but you know what we can do? We can do another Captain America. Like, dude, it's corny, bro. They making corny moves, and with the TV shows, and mind you, I'm very, very easy on judging a lot of this, dude. I enjoy Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Every show I enjoy, even though I can critique them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But at some point, even I got to sit back and admit, like, dude, this just feels like streaming money. Y'all trying to capitalize on this, and y'all not taking the time to focus on making something good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that first era of movies, right? That first 10 years, even though it seemed like there was a plan because they put a Tesseract that had a one of the stones in it. You know what I'm saying? Mm. It wasn't until like the last few movies when they could see the landing and it moved towards that clearly. Otherwise, it just seemed like they were focusing on making one good movie at a time. Where now, again, suit moves. Now I can kind of see. Well, even the fact that you would come out and announce the Dynasty. The fact that you would announce that, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Lame and uninspired.
Before you have it written and planned out, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Creatively devoid. That's like Marvel, instead of making the Ultimate line a separate thing, making it the main line and blaming low readership on people being overwhelmed by the continuity. That is your job to rectify in-house in a clever way. And there's so many ways to do that. To think that you're going to wipe the slate clean and then just start over with a new Iron Man or Captain America, and then everybody's just all going to come back and start over again. It's foolish, especially when you have the multiverse where you could reintroduce an Iron Man, a Captain America from other worlds that are being destroyed from incursions. You have Secret Wars coming up with the absolute perfect, like that's how Miles made his way into 616. You have an opportunity there to not have to reboot everything, to shuffle the cards and come up with what you want without doing a full reboot. You could do a soft reboot with certain characters and use the multiverse to bring them in. But to start all over and to blame everything on the fans, blame everything on, they have to do homework, blame everything on, it's too much quantity. Like there's a big difference between, that's like saying like comic book industry is down, because in the 60s there was only like 10, 20 comics, and now there's hundreds. That's not a bad thing. That's like saying there's too many channels. Like, there's just more options. And if there's so much that's not quality, but the quality shows are still hot. The quality channels are still hot. That's like saying people aren't watching the beer because there's 100 channels. Yeah, they are. They're not watching what you want them to. They're not just watching everything because the quality sucks. He said that there was 50 hours of entertainment between 2007 and 19, and there's been 100 from then since. Well, yeah, you opened up a damn streaming service. Like, what's going to happen?
That's what killed.
If Secret Invasion was fire, if She-Hulk was fire, if all those shows were good, then you'd have 100 hours of quality television.
Bro.
That's like, if your sales are down, it's because of quality, not because of quantity. You think if you hadn't released Moon Knight, if you hadn't released She-Hulk, if you hadn't released Loki, and all you put out was Secret Invasion, everybody would have watched it and said it was Emmy award winning because it wasn't a whole else of stuff? No, Secret Invasion would have sucked no matter what.
Yeah. You know what this kind of reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of HBO's, if you remember, Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones was coming along. Maybe people didn't in the first season catch on to it, but then they started getting word of mouth, and then they started growing and growing and growing. Until the last season, they shortened it, and then from that point on, they couldn't make the landing. And so it was just, and it wasn't because there wasn't the fandom there. The fandom was there, and it was just trash after that. So HBO does a reboot. Not so much a reboot, but then they go back in time to say, "Hey, guess what? Let's explain this story." And you see it. And it does great in House of Dragons. Now, Marvel has the same conundrum coming up right now, and they're not even hitting the landing part. No. They went over the fence, they crashed into the gully, and nobody survived.
Bro, listen. Here's and I'll say this. And I'll continue to say it, bro. Like, what killed the cinematic experience for them was Disney Plus. It's because you basically invested so much money in writers and lackluster attempts with these shows, because not every show was good. Right. You did that. And on top of that, you start doing, just like a lot of these other motherfuckers did, these day and day releases killed it, because even though you took the day and day release away, the average, cinema goer, or they're basically just looking like, well, I don't have to go. I can just wait 45 days or 30 days after the film drops, and it's going to hit, either VOD. I can basically buy that's what they're looking at. That's why, listen, the days of motherfuckers going out here thinking that you're going to that every comic book film or Marvel film is going to hit $1 billion. Please get rid of that mentality, because it's not going to work anymore. That stopped. That ended with Endgame. It's not going to keep happening, bro. Like, it might have been lucky with Spider-Man because it had a premise at that particular time. Deadpool and Wolverine, they pushed it because Ryan Reynolds made the motherfuckers push that shit. Plain and simple, bro. It is what it is. You're not going to see multiple films out here breaking that $1 billion mark anymore. You just might as well just, hey, pay for a win if it's 50, if it's 500,000, if they base or 500 million, you know what I mean? If they've done that, you know what I mean? Then you're good at that aspect of it. But don't basically look for these $1 billion films anymore, because Disney Plus, that to me, you divided the writers. You wanted these writers to do this. Oh, just give us a fucking film. We want these. We want this. We want that. Disney Plus, we want this, we want that. That's, in my opinion, is what hurt the cinematic experience. The same shit that's going on with fucking Star Wars right now. Fighting to get 1 or 2 films on main screen right now. Shit, that should have been a cinematic experience in the very beginning. But when you bring out all these streaming properties and they're investing so much money on these shows that aren't really going anywhere, bro, it makes no sense. And on top of that, you like, for instance, Daredevil. How the fuck, like, literally, you're bringing in the Punisher into Brand New Day. Yeah. But your boy said he's not part of that. Daredevil is not part of that at all.
Right.
At all.
What?
At all.
Right.
At
that
all.
Makes no sense whatsoever.
That don't make no sense, bro.
At all. And now here's the thing is, Kevin Feige did say, which I think the fans forced this shit on the motherfuckers, and said, yes, it is going to be a more grounded street level film. I'm like, it's about fucking time. You listened? You think? It should have been that way in the very first, in the first place, bro. The thing is, like Jake said, what hurt them is their own fucking success. They gained fucking hubris over it because they thought that we can do no wrong. We can put bullshit out and motherfuckers will go watching it and buy popcorn and sit and watch it. And that's our success. They didn't think we were going to catch on, bro. And we caught on. And the shit was garbage. It was a bag of shit. Now you got to rewrite the ship. And on top of that, one more thing, and then I'm going to let y'all go. Sorry, contrary to popular opinion, they should not, and I don't give a fuck what nobody says, bro. I'm still against it, no matter how good the film may be. Don't bring Robert Downey Jr. back as Doom. You could have did something completely different, bro. I was when the rumors were that they were going to bring in Cillian Murphy. I was like, yo, if they would have did that, I'd have been happy as fucking Mars Mikkelsen. If you would have brought him in, I'd have been like, yo, that's dope. But you bring somebody in there because you didn't have the confidence in your own franchise and you needed a face that people basically remember and gravitate to thinking it was going to work. Hell no. The conversations right now is still mixed. Some people are like, okay, yay. Some people are like, I don't even know. But it is what it is right now. You can't change it. Now, hopefully, this is successful. Hopefully, it breaks the mark because if he brings in a lackluster attempt of Doom, ooh, that's on y'all. And I'm not saying he will, but if it's not, because don't think that he can just, you know what I mean, make wine out of water. Don't think he can do that shit like that, bro. It's not gonna always. Jesus can do that shit. He ain't Jesus. You know what I mean? Don't think it can work. It might not. You putting all them eggs in that basket thinking it's gonna work because he's that face. What if it doesn't? What if it doesn't?
Yeah, what if it doesn't?
I think that they know they hit a plateau, and they have not been able to come away from this, man. Like if you notice, bro, they announce Blade like every 7 months.
They try to say something,
Bro, every 7 months they remind us that a Blade movie is out there somewhere waiting to be directed or produced. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, okay, we know this already. It's been 6 years now.
Right.
So like they have hit a plateau, and I don't really know how to really bounce back or come off of that. That's why they brought Robert Downey Jr. back to be Dr. Doom.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Because okay, everybody loves Iron Man, everybody loves RDJ. Let's bring his face back, but let's put him in another character. You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro,
that's right now.
I am so tired of the multiverse, man. I hate it. And y'all gonna get mad. Y'all ain't even gonna agree with me.
They haven't handled it well, bro.
I agree.
No. But what I'm about to say, because I'm a comic book fan, like y'all.
Yeah.
Ever since I was young, dude, probably since I was 12, 13 years old, I hate what if comic books, bro. I hate hypotheticals. I just do. I hate. My wife knows it. I don't even like hypotheticals in conversations. Wife be like, "Hey, what would you do with $1 million?" I don't deal with hypotheticals. I don't deal with what ifs. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God! Would you love me if I was a worm?
yeah. Listen, I'll answer a good one. Like, what would you do if you were Batman? Some you make exceptions. But with that being said, because I'm a comic book fan, I went along with the ride. It's getting old, bro. It's getting old, and I hate every movie. I'm hoping this is gonna be the movie that just sets everything. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Yeah.
So, dog, and again, they done dove into something. And I'm talking when I talk to normal, I say normal people, normal versus comic book geeks.
Yeah.
Normal people ain't feeling it at all. They don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
And had they just stuck, if they had just stuck with the Kang character, even
where it makes sense,
that would have made sense. Could take care of all these other open and loose ends. Downey's gone. You have Kang now, handling everything. They tripped over themselves. And this is a self-inflicted wound. They really just they just spun the chamber and said, hey, guess what? As you were saying, Prop, they were making this money and they thought that everybody was going to be dumb. They spun the chamber, they put it to their head and be like, guess what? It won't go off. Boom, and it's over. It's night time for them.
Right.
So had Kang been the next big bad, even if you wanted to go ahead and bring Domingo in as the actor.
Domingo,
right.
Right.
he has range.
Ooh,
He
yeah.
would have done
Yeah.
a great job too. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Now, for me, stick with Majors, but
Right.
at the same time, he would have been able to go ahead and battle any of the characters that was there and been able to do that. And you could have tied up loose ends too, because Kang is everywhere. Space time is space time. Right. You can't fuck with that, you know?
Right.
So
it would have definitely made sense for the direction. It would have made a lot of sense for the direction, but I just think that, again, they wanted to play it safe, which is why we got Robert Downey Jr., bro. You can't sit there and say that there was no direction. You didn't know there was direction. You just didn't want to take it, or you just didn't know how to tell the proper story, because, again, every other film before this and before where you're going right now, every other fucking film was a standalone. It was. And that's the way it felt. There was no connective tissue with any of that. And I know a lot of people are like, well, it doesn't have to be. Oh, yes, the fuck it does. Especially where you're going right now.
Yeah.
Where you are right now. Yes, the hell it does. It has to be cohesive. It has to be connected. Because if it's not, where are you going to go with it? What sense are you going to make, bro?
Think about this conversation. And think about what Feige thinks the problem with Marvel is, that people have to do homework and that people don't want the shit interconnected. He is out of touch with what people want.
Yeah.
And then that's the thing. He's not supposed to be, bro.
And that's not true, man. Y'all brought up the James Gunn. One of the things that came out of the James Gunn movie. What we've talked about it on here. When I talk about Big all the time. Big is my go-to movie when there's no explanation. We don't know where the damn wishing machine come from. We don't know how the power works. We just know he put a coin in there, made a wish, and he grew. You know what I mean? Like,
according to Taika Waititi, that's eternity.
Right. There's probably answers out there. I can bring up Groundhog Day. We can bring up other movies. You know what I'm saying? but my point is like, he's wrong with that, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the movie is good, again, focusing on a good story, which Marvel has done. You know what I mean? They did 10 years of making good movies, man. My least favorite, because of the visual effect, it had an old school style, was the first Avengers, Captain America: First Avengers. Least favorite sound like I'm dissing it. The story was good.
Yeah.
It was still a good story. Everything made sense within that story, within that movie. You know what I'm saying? So, dude, I feel like they've lost that. And I'm being honest and saying I might be wrong. But when I'm watching these, even the TV shows, that was the biggest things about the TV shows. I feel like the TV shows needed that connective tissue versus us just, again.
Yeah.
Right. We could be fighting over a Tesseract during the whole movie, and then we find out that it's connected to the gauntlet. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't feel like it was. If you take the gauntlet out, that movie was still good. You know what I mean? The connective tissue was almost secondary. I'm not sure if that's how it was when they wrote it. Probably was, but the way they wrote it, it wasn't. I don't feel the suit in it where it's like, we got to do this. So they'll come. Basically, their movies now feel like commercials for the next joint.
No, but
you know what I'm saying?
You know what, too, bro? I think after the failure of Quantumania, they lost their balls.
It was a little bit before that, but you're right. I think you're right. They were still moving confident. I think you're right.
And that's I think really where the real drop off was, man.
Yep.
You know?
Was Quantumanium the first one? I felt like Black Widow was they were kind of shaky.
That wasn't Black Widow. That wasn't Black Widow.
Or they didn't do it right. They didn't do the release right. There was something with that. It was the first.
Yeah. That wasn't Black Widow's fault.
Ant-Man was the first one we heard people like collectively say that wasn't. It wasn't a good movie. Yeah.
Bro, listen. I thoroughly enjoyed Black Widow. I did. I know a lot of people didn't,
for sure.
But I enjoyed it. There was the choice that they made, and again, what did they try to do? Clean up again from the Thunderbolts by killing off to Taskmaster. They tried to I mean,
oh man, that was whack.
To do it that way was extremely whack within the first 5 minutes of the damn movie.
I was hearing,
and I'm surprised even the actress signed on to do that shit. I'm like, like really? This is what you're doing? Like, you know what I mean? But they wanted to rewrite it because they knew motherfuckers was like not really. They weren't happy with that shit.
Taskmaster.
We didn't like that, bro. It's like you're not. With the decisions on doing this made absolutely no sense.
Yeah.
So they were put in a tight situation where they have to now. That's what I'm saying, bro. Motherfucker. They have no choice.
Yeah.
They've been backed into a corner. They have to listen to the fans because the fans are the motherfuckers that are spending money, bro. People are going to the theaters to see this shit. And I'm sorry, I'm going to say this, and people may not agree. Say what you want about him right now, but the motherfucker has a plan, and he is currently right now putting asses in seats. Marvel needs to get there, bro. We may look at that Superman and say there was tonal issues and stuff like that, but James Gunn is putting asses in the seats, that's what they're basically looking at right now. Marvel needs to get back to that, but again, like Jake said, it's their success that got in their way. They just thought that they could put out a bag of bullshit. Now, Kevin Feige's getting in front of everybody right now doing these interviews, trying to back clean up on certain things and say, no, it wasn't us. It was because of this. It wasn't us. It was because of that.
Sloppy.
Nah, man, because you motherfuckers, y'all the ones. It is because of you, because you're the one who hired the writers, you hired the directors, you are the one that basically helped set these fucking dates. You do this shit.
Y'all forgot, man. Vinny said they were being. You say you don't trust them. Y'all forget when they said that Kevin Feige had stepped away. They said that he had too much on his plate.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So there's another logic in there that was just like. It's like, what do you mean?
He didn't have too much on his place.
But that's what they tried to say.
Nope. It was Bob Chapek at that time who took the creatives away from that shit. They took him almost damn near out of his position, bro.
You can tell when Bob Chapek stepped in and fucked everything up.
Yeah, he fucked everything up because he was trying to push that shit. No, Kevin Feige was stripped. They muted him. And then when Bob Iger basically came back and rehired or reorganized and got the creatives back in that place, now he's more vocal. But now he's back in cleanup. That's why he's on this whole press thing right now, bro.
Feige was having retreats with the writers and with the actors. Way before the shit was coming out. He was getting shit written out and how he wanted it before they even dropped an announcement.
And but the biggest fucking mistake was the damn multiverse, bro. People did not understand it because you gave nobody. Again, bro, right now, there's a scene that nobody's fucking talking about, and they're going to have to explain this shit. The post-credit scene that happened at the end of Shang-Chi. Explain that.
Yeah.
Yo, remind me what it was.
They went into that. They haven't explained Shang-Chi or Doctor Strange 2.
No,
they haven't explained it.
Yeah.
Them calling Shang-Chi to go talk about the rings and that they're calling.
Right.
There's something that's calling, and they have to explain that shit, bro.
Right.
And if they don't, that's what I'm saying. There's so much that's out here that they gotta fucking clean up. Damn near they ain't gonna go back and clean up the Eternals. We already know that.
Oh,
yeah, but he did say after this shit, he said there's going to be Marvel characters from both Moon Knight and the Eternals are going to show up. Y'all been saying that shit for the longest fucking time, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Get Blade right before you start talking shit.
Yeah, we don't want the Eternals.
Hey, I got a question for you guys. Let's go ahead and do over and under. Yeah. Will Fantastic Four this weekend do over 100 million or under 100 million?
Ooh. I think it'll do over.
I think they're gonna do over, bro.
I think it'll do over. It'll do over.
Because of the anticipation, bro.
Anticipation and word of mouth goes a long way. And right now, there has not been one critic that said anything bad about this film. Everybody has been everybody, and I'm talking about motherfuckers who I don't even think would love this shit are loving this shit right now. I was real, bro. With Chris Harloff, I was like, yo, if this motherfucker goes to see it and says some shit, because he is always a negative Nancy, but he came out was like, yo, this movie is fucking spectacular. And I'm like, wow. But the person that I judge my reviews off, I'm sorry, Perry Nemiroff, I love her reviews because she's straight down the middle. She's honest. She's sincere about it. She's not pulling punches, but she is very sincere about the cinematic experience. So I would implore people to listen to her. We got my baby in the building. Thank you for being here, man. I had to take her to yeah, man. She's on that QVC.
I need the autograph,
bro. That's the way it's gonna be, bro. That's the way it's gonna be, bro. They're gonna start rolling out the red carpet whenever she walks, bro. I'm be like, yo,
I need the autograph.
Yo, you know what it is? Here's the thing, bro. It's y'all, it's like that for me right now. If we go to places like Target or anywhere else, somebody always compliment, and I got to step aside, bro, because they always talking to her. That's just the way it feels. I'm gonna be that dude. I'm gonna be her man on the red carpet. They gotta hold the purse while she's taking pictures, bro. That's just the way it is right now, bro.
I need an autograph from Toya saying that she was the one that sent my Spider-Man picture to me on time.
I'm muting you, bro. You ain't gonna start talking this shit. I'm muting you, bro. I knew you.
Thank you, Toya. Thank you, Toya.
Come on, bro. That was 2 years ago, bro.
Sorry. Thank you, Toya.
You know, I had another question. Taskmaster said "what the," and that was the only 2 words he ever said, and that was it.
In the Thunderbolt?
2 seconds out. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Come on now. What type of ending is that?
Bro, I was loving that. Bro.
Listen,
yo, they updated the costume. The costume had looked better and all that. I was like, yo, okay.
Nah, but I was glad because now, and it's nothing against her and her performance.
Yeah.
It's nothing. It's just the simple fact that they pulled the 52 fake out with us doing Black Widow because I was under the impression it was a dude in the suit.
I thought it was a dude. Yeah.
If you wanted it to be a female, why not just make the female Natalie, bro?
Let me say this.
After they did the reveal, bro, when there was a woman of Black Widow, it was funny how her body went from being big and buff to small and petite.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, don't make no doubt, that was a dude in that suit most of that movie.
Yeah.
Hold up. My daughter saying, can you guys speak on all the misleading credit scenes and storylines characters we haven't seen since posting? Yeah.
We talked about it, right?
That's what we talked about. Yeah, Mook. That's what we're talking about now. Like there's many. So okay. The movie I hate the fucking most. Thor Love and Thunder. Introduce Hercules at the end of that fucking film.
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna see Hercules again? No. We ain't gonna see that. That ain't gonna happen. Nah, that ain't gonna happen. We already talked about what? Well, yeah, there was no post-credit scene. Well, no, Ant-Man. There was a post-credit scene with the Council of Kings.
Right.
We're not gonna see that.
We ain't gonna see that.
That's a wash.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Eternals. We ain't gonna see
Sword
or Blade or White Knight
or Dean Whitman.
That's
Knight.
That's crazy stuff.
Yo, stop.
We ain't gonna see a mixed night.
We ain't gonna see none of that. We ain't gonna see none of that.
Yo, man, stop. You guys are depressing me, yo. What are y'all doing?
It's the truth. It's the truth.
There's a list, man.
That, bro.
We should only name like 5 movies a show or something, man. You gotta break up the list.
Bro, we ain't gonna see that, bro.
We ain't gonna see Clea.
God.
We might see Clea down the road.
If you lost your ring and you call her now for free carrot leading.
Yeah, that's another one. Where is that awesome Scar? Exactly. Where's Scar? At the end of She-Hulk.
He had the picnic.
With the picnic, bro.
Yeah,
I thought that shit felt like that motherfucker felt like Fast and the Furious at the very end. Bro.
Yeah, he making a steak. He praying over the meal with Corona.
What about post credit with Kamala?
I don't remember that one.
That was at the end of the that was the end. Was it the end of Marvels? The Marvels.
Yeah.
Where she basically met with Kate Bishop.
Yeah. Well, you heard that Ironheart was supposed to have one, but the timeline, they ended up not doing it because of the timeline didn't match.
Oh, and
Ironheart.
Photon, whatever, with Beast and them. Like, we ain't gonna see that shit.
Whoa.
No Beast.
Well, that was that multi-dimension thing, wasn't it? That was when they playing games.
Well, they went into she went.
Wait. I don't want to say nothing, so we'll just leave it there.
All right, maybe we'll see it. I don't know.
We'll leave it there. We'll leave it there because
Beast is gonna be in Doomsday.
Is she? All right, cool.
Come
we'll
on,
see.
Jason, bro. Yeah. Hey,
Jason,
my bad.
Jerome,
Jason don't care.
Hey, Jerome, bro.
He don't care.
Get your boy, bro, because he don't care. Bro.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool.
Bro.
It's cool.
Jason would tell your mama what you did last night, bro. He will, bro. He would tell your mama what you did last night, bro. Straight up. I was trying to cut it.
Bro, you can't let me go all that time and then tell me to stop at the last minute.
I was trying to tell you, bro. I was trying to say.
Nah, Yoda, I ain't watched the 4 hours of Cheers. I'm sorry.
I was trying to stop you, bro.
My bad, bro. My bad. I'm sorry.
I was really.
We all know Jay's Haggard. Shouldn't have said that. Yeah, that's all.
Bro, I haven't watched I'm getting back into watching trailers again. So Superman's back. So that's my bad.
Yeah, bro. So I want to move on to this because this was also a conversation that was made, and again, it's I can't say that I didn't see this coming because I did see it coming. I can't say that none of us saw it coming because we did. It's just now we know it's not going to happen, and we got to kind of keep it in that particular space. It's not going to happen. Again, no Miles in the MCU.
This is one thing I'm not mad at him about.
I read that out.
One thing I'm not mad at him about because there's a lot of people that don't understand the relationship between them and Sony, and they're blaming Feige and blaming Marvel for not seeing Miles when it's not. He doesn't have the power to do that. There's a lot of people who don't know there's a difference between Sony and Fox, and they don't understand it. And I'm sure he's tired of answering that question, like, where's Miles? And it's like, it's not up to me. Like, I have to get permission in order to use it. Saying that over and over again, they said no, which makes sense because it really kind of doesn't make sense to use Miles until you wrap up the Spider-Verse.
Right, bro.
Otherwise, you're gonna steal his thunder, and it's also his way of reminding people that when you do see a Miles, it's going to be under the direction of Sony and what they want to do. So when they come out and have some bullshit, it's like, look, that was them. That ain't us. Raven, that ain't us. Like, Madam Web, that ain't us. Like, he's making sure it's known that it's not his fault. Like, that's one thing that I didn't necessarily mind because there's a lot of people that don't understand that Spider-Man his relationship with Sony and Marvel is complicated, and
it's very complicated. It's very complicated, and you're sitting in this space where neither, Sony doesn't have they don't really have that much confidence in their own properties now because they
all been trashed
because they failed.
But
they definitely failed, bro.
With that being said, though, them jokers don't. Golly. Dude, it's like a flying ant or something just flew by. I'm in the basement, man. It'd be crazy stuff down here. But dude,
don't get caged.
Yo, son. On camera? Never go out like that. But listen, but you know what? But along those lines, Leo, too, you're right. They don't have confidence in it. But I've seen Sony hold on to properties for a long time. They had the rights to Spider-Man for years before they did a Spider-Man movie.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So they'll fail, but that don't mean they're gonna give up on them rights, man. So
oh no,
they're never giving up on those rights. That's why Marvel never actually did. Like, as much as I always wanted Marvel to write them a blank check, I'm sure Sony could afford. Unlike Fox, Sony was able to afford to say no to any amount of money that Disney would have been able to throw at them because that's their cash cow. So they know that they could put out a damn found footage Spider-Man film and make money. So they can put out anything and make money. So they're never going to get rid of Spider-Man. They're never getting that back. That's over. So they don't have to do a Miles film in order to do money. Like if they thought they needed Spider-Man via Miles or any iteration, they wouldn't have been doing all the damn like Rogues Gallery characters as solo films. They would have done done Peter in them because they could have forced Tom to be in those films or cast Andrew or a different Spider-Man to be in their films to work off of those characters and made it different, but they didn't because they are cocky. They don't think that they could lose.
Yeah. See, here's the thing. Somebody said this to me about a month ago, and I was like, you know what? Damn, you're right. They was like, yo, that wasn't a Craven movie. That was Aaron Taylor Johnson's audition to be Wolverine. It was a Wolverine audition.
Oh, for Wolverine.
And I was like, I was like, you're right, because that's all you saw. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? How he was moving and everything. But that's the
Yeah.
thing is when you have a failed franchise because you chose to put villains at the forefront with no main without Spider-Man, bro. It could work with Venom, but it's not gonna work with everything, bro. It's not.
Don't work with
But it
Venom.
shouldn't
How you got
even
a
work
Venom
with
without the
Venom.
Spider-Man joint
It
on it?
shouldn't
I
work
mean,
with Venom.
it
It
worked
made
for
money, but it didn't
Yeah,
work.
money-wise, right.
Listen, it made
But look,
money.
yeah. Ugh.
It made money at least. It
Yeah.
made money. The third one,
Venom's
not so
whole
much,
look because of
but it
Spider-Man.
made money. They just chose not to do it, and you had every ounce of potential. You had every opportunity to do it. So you're
Yeah.
holding on to these things. It's just like fucking Universal. You're holding on to the rights for the Hulk and Namor, but you're not doing anything with it.
Not gonna do shit with it.
No.
Yo, I'm telling you, suits, man, because they're not. We're talking like artists, where it's like, man, I can't do nothing with this. Let me put it in a place that'll nurture it and make it better.
Exactly.
They don't
bro.
think like that. It's like, yo, this thing is expensive, son. You know what I mean?
All
I mean,
they
you
want
look
is
at.
the guap.
Yeah. No, you're right. It's the intellectual property. If you take a look at it like gold and how that market keeps on going up steady by steady.
Yeah.
What the beautiful part is, you can go ahead and keep it, and it'll still grow. And that's what they're banking on. You know, like the whole universe, you could build this whole universe around it, but you know that you could plop them here, plop them there, and it's going to do well. It's a bankable star. It's a bankable, intellectual property. So that they play their hand like that and say, hey, guess what? If we just hold it just enough, we know that the price will soar even more.
Oh yeah.
And that's
and every now and then, you got something like Spider-Man where we can let Marvel do all the work, Disney do all the work, and we benefit off of that. You know what I'm saying? So we made the money without putting that heavy investment in it.
But this is what I don't understand though, because with these properties, when you have a franchise and you have like these characters, you have to do something with these characters over a certain amount of time, or you lose the rights.
Yeah,
you lose the rights.
That's why we're gonna get that's why we're gonna get a whack movie every now and then.
But this is my point. But no, okay, we can get that from Sony. But what the fuck has Universal done?
Nothing,
that's the good question
different.
right there. Yeah,
That's
a
different.
good question.
They don't have the rights. They have the production rights.
Right.
I don't know why
they don't have the outright rights. Sony has the rights outright. Universal has the distribution rights, which means Marvel can make a Hulk film or an Namor film and put that out. They won't get sued. It's just they have to give Universal a cut, and they don't want to give them a cut.
And so they're not doing that. So what they basically do is filter them in these little films and stuff like that.
Right. Like Marvel tomorrow could announce a World War Hulk movie, a Namor film. They could absolutely put that out. They won't get sued or nothing. It's just then they would have to share some of the profits with Universal. That's what they don't want to do.
That's just so crazy, bro.
Then buy the fucking rights, bro. Buy it.
Yeah.
You got the fucking money. Write the blank check, bro, and do what the fuck you got to do because you're gonna make this shit back, bro.
Right. They've had
you had every opportunity to do it, but you just want to drag them in. That's the shit that doesn't make sense.
Right.
You're sharing. You are definitely sharing the intellectual property with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Because you know you have to.
I guarantee they don't offer some money for some of them characters. I don't know about Namor, but I know Hulk, they done offer money. Them do because they can still say no. Because they feel like Jerome was saying, they know that stuff is going to build up. The better your movies get, the more my stuff is going to go up. You know what I'm saying? So
I agree. They don't want to come out of pockets for the rights. Universal will ask for way too much. We all know that these motherfuckers they got it on the chokehold, bro.
Right. And the best way to describe it is stocks and bonds. Okay. Yeah. So basically, if you hold on to your stock, you know that it's going to keep on going up and up and up.
Grow.
But guess what? If you want to go ahead and say, hey, guess what? I'm getting a little, this year we only made $20 billion. I think we need another $1 billion. Hey, we'll cash it out a little bit over here. But guess what? We'll just do it a little bit and then we'll get our $1 billion and everything's all good. I could go ahead and keep on moving. It's almost like life insurance.
Pretty much. That's just the way it is, bro. But that's what I'm saying.
Hey, for the record, Universal Pictures. So Vinny was right. They do have the distribution right, but it's specific to the solo movies. That's the reason why Disney can do him in an ensemble.
That's why
they can't do a solo.
spread out through other films. That's why Namor will only be in Black Panther or other films. You always see Hulk in.
Right.
That's why we've seen basically 3 Hulk movies. Since they've done these movies, just spread out.
Exactly,
you can do that now
because with distribution,
that's why they made Captain America a damn Hulk movie, because they couldn't do a Hulk movie.
Exactly. So the distribution still, because that's why I looked it up, because I think with distribution you still have to get permission,
which is crazy because
right. You know what I'm saying? They got to share that 50%, but they still got to get permission. They got one group or the other will have the first say so. One group can say no, and that ends the conversation.
But the crazy part is Marvel has the rights to She-Hulk because She-Hulk was packaged in with the Fantastic Four from Fox.
Right.
So basically they have the rights to that particular character. This is why we basically got her own, whatever. And what they did was they drugged, the Hulk into that particular franchise. It's crazy how this shit works. And I wonder if again, it's sign of the times. Desperation will make you do crazy things. And unfortunately, because of the way the market was back then for comics, this is the decision that they had to make to stay afloat and to make money. I get that. But I'm wondering what I wonder, like, even before, may he rest in peace, Stan Lee, I wonder when he was like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Like,
I know Stan was mad at a lot of that shit, bro.
Literally, like, when you think about it, bro, because it's the opportunity. You plant the seeds. They planted the seeds in No Way Home when Jamie Foxx was like, man, there got to be a Black Spider-Man out there somewhere.
Yep.
So they planted that seed. They knew that everybody wants to see. This is something that they want to see. However, it's I don't, and as much as I'm like, I don't fault Sony, because again, they got to put out this film. That film has to be successful, finish the franchise, and then say, okay, now we want to bring him into live action. And it's the opportunity to do it. And it's crazy that a film like Miles Morales gets the multiverse right.
Yeah.
On every level.
Right.
On every level.
Both movies.
Both films. Killed it.
Because animated, you don't have the same suit influence as live action.
Yeah, right.
For whatever reason. True. The live action is a totally different ball game than with animation. With animation, they don't look at it as real. They don't look at it as worth anything. They ignore it. They think it's stupid. They don't care about it. And that is why you see so much better creativity from, think about it, for decades. We've got better animated films from DC and with their animated film. Year One, Dark Knight Returns. Like, they've been putting out Under Red Hood is like one of the greatest films of all time.
Yeah.
Woo, Vanny, you're my boy. Yep.
They want a Emmy for that one?
Because they don't know what it is, and they just say, I don't know, go ahead. But if they try to make Under the Red Hood on live action, you'd have 400 people telling you their idea of what Under the Red Hood should be. Whereas the animators are like, here's the comic, let's put it on the screen.
With it.
Put it on screen.
Well, Vinny,
they're not there trying to pad their resume. Suits are there to pad their resume. That's why some films are what you see on the comics, and that's why some films are completely different, because it's all executives in suits trying to pad the resume. Because if you just port the comic books to the screen, you don't get to say, I contributed.
Hey, Vinny, don't you think also that you're kind of limited in scope what you could do on live action, and so you only have but so much of a budget, unlike you could go ahead and put anything in animation. Right?
Maybe in the 80s or 90s, but look at Endgame. They were able to do whatever the hell they wanted, man.
You got green screen, Roman.
The low-end budgets are now over $200 million. There's so many films that we've seen be just incredible on animation that they would be able to do in live action if they wanted to. The difference is they don't want to give credit to the writers and creators who do those comics. They want to give credit to their crew, their writers, themselves. So that way it's their stamp on it. Like, like for instance, Gunn could have ported like All-Star Superman. Like Snyder could have ported Superman Birthright. Like they could have just put those films in, but instead they cherry pick, so that way it's not really giving homage. Like, it's homages without giving credit. Like Snyder pulled from Injustice and Flashpoint and Superman vs. Doomsday and Dark Knight Returns and all those, but they didn't do any of those films solely. They didn't do a Dark Knight Returns movie like the animated movie. The Dark Knight Returns animated movie is like practically page for page on the screen. But that would have been like, oh, here's Frank Miller's, baby on the screen. Now what you got with Superman versus Batman is completely Snyder's. Now what you got with Superman is completely James Gunn's. So we don't get ports in live action. We don't get ports in animated because the animation guys, like, they give a shit about the source material and the craft. And they're not there to pad the resume, and they just want to see great shit. It's just it's a shame that you don't have that same passion in live action. That's why guys like Boy DeMeo don't get caught up to do live action, because they would probably bring the same mindset to the big screen, and they don't want that. They don't want to just say, here's some Claremont shit, this story is awesome, let's do it as a film. They want to take the title and put it on there so that way it grabs the nerds, but they want to then make the story what they want to make it, so that way they could say, this is what I created, not what Claremont created.
And it's an unfortunate thing when you have, you have a franchise like Doomsday going into Secret Wars, but then you don't have some of the key players that make it what it should be.
Leo, let me ask you a question.
Name,
let me ask you a question. They've been talking about Secret Wars for over a year now, right? And they've been talking about Robert Downey Jr. They've been talking about Doomsday. We've been talking about the multiverse. Have you heard from any single piece of information? We got 4-hour video footage of chairs. Have you heard Jonathan Hickman's name from Feige or anybody one time?
No.
Not that I know of. Not that I've heard. Now, the only time I've actually heard Hickman's run is during the promotion of Fantastic Four. That's it. They brought it up basically doing not a sizzle reel, but like a little, they brought it up there when they were talking about Hickman's run and what Hickman's run did, and while they're taking that run and leading it into like Secret Wars and stuff like that. Okay. That's the only thing that they brought up, but that was during that, but nothing in the line of, lately though, they've been basically delving into the space of Jack Kirby, giving him his flowers for
easy to do that because he's dead, but they ain't gonna do it with any live artists.
And that's the thing, is like I give credit to Max Chapman for doing that, because he's the one who's basically said that if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it the way Kirby would have wanted me to do it.
Yeah,
and he's the one who basically pushed that. He said, I want to do the film that Kirby would have actually done. If we're not going to do that, then he said that. Even Matt Shackman, and I'm glad they didn't mute him when he said it. He said that the franchise depended on how well it relates to the original content. And that's what told the story. When the atmosphere, everything, it wasn't just the characters, it was everything that was around them that made it successful. He said the problem where they dropped the ball with the other films is that you were taking risk outside of the actual franchise, and we're trying to introduce these characters. You can't take that big or that heavy of a risk if no one knows who the fuck these characters are yet. And if they don't see that connectivity, you were telling films where they weren't believable. And and that's the truth. It's the absolute truth. So again,
and mind you, they've proven to be experts at building these things one movie at a time. By the time we got to Thanos, dude, we were feeling for some of these characters that got it or was about to get it. The ones that got snapped away and came back, they built it, yo. So,
and you wasn't ready. You weren't ready for it, bro.
You weren't ready.
I think they also deserve credit for they stuck to their plan when they fumbled, because when Thor Dark World came out, they didn't just say, "Oh, fuck it then." But when Eternals flopped, they said, "Fuck it then."
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. That's true. This is true. This is what I'm saying, man. I mean, you bringing in. Come on, man. You bringing in the Century in this film. I mean, they dropped the ball, bro. They definitely did.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
They did drop the ball. They should
Come on now.
They should have did this, bro. Like,
this is dope, son.
My agent is convincing. On point. I'm everywhere.
Agent be sleeping, man. Agent be sleeping, Vinny.
They dropped the ball, bro. They should have did what they supposed to do. Stop dropping the ball.
What was the difference between Century and Moon Knight? That's what I'm trying to figure out. In that movie. Because it's the same goddamn thing.
No, it's
personality.
I'm talking about. Okay, you both have
the mentality,
a fractured mentality.
Yeah.
You know what
I mean?
And you have these powers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come on, don't tell me the same story twice.
Right.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it because there's different levels to it.
Yeah, for sure.
Here's the thing: I'm okay with how they're handling, and I'm okay with how they're handling the Century right now, because there's bigger fish to fry with that particular character going forward.
Yeah.
What I'm not okay with is how they handled Moon Knight in the very end. I'm not, because basically you teased us with the character, and we don't get him, and we don't know. Like you give us.
Moon Knight was so good, bro.
If they had given us
Moon Knight was so fun to watch.
Yeah, it was fun to watch.
Excellent.
Yeah.
You don't think it was worth holding him off to season 2 instead of crimming?
Yeah.
Yes. Like you know what? It was fun.
So
I like
greedy, bro. He wanted all in one shot. He stopped being so greedy.
Nah,
man.
bro. Because the thing is, if you don't want to bring him in, don't bring him in.
Don't tease him. Make you ready for season 2.
Don't tease him.
Yeah.
Where's season 2?
They already announced it.
Issue. Not bringing them in season 1. The issue is not following up. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't like how it was handled, because there was every opportunity. It was teased throughout the entire fucking film.
Yeah.
He didn't like the
it was there.
kaiju either, so I'm upset a minute with him about that. He didn't like the kaiju.
Yeah, I didn't, bro.
Dude,
I didn't like that.
I didn't like the visual effects. Kind of started getting wonky towards.
I know, you
compared to
almost walked out of
the
Superman.
first few episodes.
Leo, did you almost walk out of Superman when the kaiju showed up?
Who, me?
No, I was cool with that, because that was expected.
I almost did.
You almost did.
That kaiju scene.
You almost did after the fifth time you watched it. You almost. Which time?
Well,
which
I
time?
was in the theater only one
Which
time.
Huh?
The first couple times I saw it, I was at my father-in-law's house.
Okay.
How many times you see it though?
You could have walked out the room though.
You saw it 5 times?
Yeah. You know why I watched it 5 times?
Hey, Jerome, he sound like one of them criminals, man. Like it ain't no love. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
But do you know why I watched it so much?
Hey, you saw the Ghostface when Ghostface and Method Man was fighting on the train? It's a famous fight. You know what I mean?
Bro, we just talked about this earlier today, bro. We just talked about this shit.
Hey yo.
Method Man was like, yo, I went up to the place.
Did the same thing.
I went up to the radio station by myself.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Bro.
What's up?
Hey, bro. Jay was at the crib. His wife was going upstairs. He's like, man, I can't fucking stand this movie. She said, you going to bed? You coming to bed? He's like, yeah, I'll be up in a minute. Yeah, I can't fucking stand this movie.
That's me. That is me.
I think that movie's giving you strength, bro.
We just talked
It's
about
giving you energy,
today.
yo.
Today. We just talked about it today, bro.
We did.
The more I watch it, the more shit I pick up that I don't like about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what, man? I still like the movie. I'm gonna tell you what.
No, we're not going there right now. Bro.
Yo, we almost got this, son.
We ain't doing it. No, we ain't doing it. I'm stopping it. right now. Let's move on.
There,
we almost got there. I'm stopping it. Let's do
Molly Wop.
It wasn't even gonna be short either. I had to go with. Okay.
No, you wouldn't. That shit was not gonna be short.
We need it. We need to talk about that shit again, bro.
Because that right there, man, that will go for like another hour or so.
We need to talk about it, bro.
45 minutes easy.
So
Easy.
I want to bring this in, and Vinny, I want to ask you this question, man, because I wanted to talk about this, especially we're a couple days out on the Fantastic Four. I want to see this film specifically, not just because I'm excited about it, but I want to basically see it. If it pays homage to this man's vision of what the characters represent.
Kirby.
Now, so far, I mean, because again, the reviews hit. I think the embargo basically lifted I think the critic embargo lifted, I think Saturday.
I was hesitant to even come on, because I'm like, oh shit, we're gonna be talking about the trailer. But
No. We ain't gonna talk about the trailer.
Right,
what I want to talk about is we ain't doing that. What I want to talk about is, do you think it's possible for you to come out this film and feel as though that they have lived up to Jack's vision?
I've avoided all the trailers, obviously, so I've only seen, stills, and you can only get so much of tone from a film from stills. One of the reasons why I avoid trailers isn't so much because a lot of people say, oh, they don't show much, but a lot of time for me, just the way I view things, 2 minutes of a film, I can get the tone, and I'd rather see and feel that as I watch it. And I think that there is a huge potential from the stills I've seen. Hopefully, we do get a close proximity to Kirby's vision, and it's really, really, really important to me because of all the different things that Stan and Jack worked on, I think that from what I've read about Fantastic Four, it being like that's my favorite. Like I love the Fantastic Four. That's my favorite. And I've read a lot about Jack Kirby and his contributions to Fantastic Four. And there's a lot of there's a lot of Stan Lee creations that are, heavily Jack Kirby stuff that isn't credited. I don't think there's anything that's as unsung being Jack Kirby's as the Fantastic Four. So much of the Fantastic Four was Stan saying, "Oh, we need something like, so just figure it out," and then Jack coming up with what it's going to be. Like Stan wanted something that was going to be like a godlike character, and he created Galactus. He created he needs like a help, and he created Silver Surfer, and an entire like not just like he drew him, but he created a synopsis of who the character is, what his motivations are, why he does what he does. He's did that for Doctor Doom. He has an entire like me and Jake have had plenty of discussions about what's under the mask. Is it scarred up or is it a singular scar? They had differences of opinion. Like Stan always wanted his face to be all fucked up, whereas Jack thought it'd be more brilliant if it was just a single blemish. And Doom is such a perfectionist that it's he hides the mask. He wears a mask to hide that because he only demands perfection even from himself. So I need this film to try to do justice to Kirby's vision. I don't want to get into the bullshit of the drama with Shala with Silver Surfer. That's not exactly Kirby's Silver Surfer. I would have loved to see that. I'm hopeful that we'll get that in the future. So I'm trying not to be upset about that because a version, Earth X one-off version, is technically something that was in a comic that in the alternate universe.
It was like a what if type thing with Shia Ball. Yeah,
so we'll see, but there's no what if or alternate universe version where Galactus is a fucking cloud. So at least we're getting a Galactus.
That's true.
I'm very, very excited and hopeful for what they do. I think some of the other movies nailed a lot of the relationship with Fantastic Four, a lot of the powers, and a lot of the intelligence with Reed and the dynamic. But I think they dropped the ball in the areas when it came to the villains like Galactus and Doom. I don't think that they did properly. I would love to see them nail all those elements, nail the family dynamic, nail the tragedy of Ben, the stuff with Johnny, nail how important Sue was as the glue for the family, and nail how obsessive Reed is with his work and how intelligent he is, and how loving he is, but just incapable of showing it like a normal person. And but then focusing on the weight and the just the magnitude of what and who Galactus is, and how deep and very creative that character was, and how it's just so much more than just being a villain who just wants to fuck shit up, or be evil. He's literally just fucking feeding. He looks at it. I mean, he looks at it like us hunting, chickens or cows. It's just food. It's just we are beneath him. So I love that the humanity aspect of Silver Surfer trying to explain that this world is different, and then working out a deal with Fantastic Four. I mean, with Galactus to find other places. Man, go eat over there. Ain't nobody over there. Go eat that planet. That's something that's really special about Fantastic Four, because it showed he worked. He fought 8,000s or however many planets for centuries, and no one ever changed his mind. That's so important. So there's so many things about Galactus and about the Fantastic Four that's all from Kirby's mind that Stan helped obviously and did a lot of, but it's the art, the style, the concepts, the colors, the lines. I mean, when I was a kid and they made like Superman, then they made Batman, and there was like Blade, and I was growing up and seeing Spider Man. Then you start doing movies. I always knew that I never would get a Galactus film because he looks so unconventional, and people would never accept a 60-foot tall, purple, blue, S&M looking motherfucker walking around the city as tall as a piece of paper. Like I never thought we would get that because it's too comic booky, and and we've watched a lot of years from X-Men in black biker suits to a million other examples of the industry making comic book movies and being embarrassed by them at the same time. And I love that we're in an era where there's plenty of comic book films now that are unapologetically comic book films. So I really hope that they get this right. I hope it's a huge hit. I hope I have so much fun in theater, and I hope it rekindles everything that every time somebody says, "Oh, Marvel's back," hopefully, like this is what like really brings the magic that Marvel had for a long time back. Because if anybody can, I think the Fantastic Four can, because they're a fucking family.
Yeah, I can say that from what we've seen so far, Vinny, I know you haven't seen the trailers. Jay, don't say nothing. But from what we've seen so far, bro, I think you'll be impressed. Especially from what I'm seeing so far from Galactus, bro. I think you're going to definitely be, in my opinion, I think you're going to look at Jason like,
I'm hoping I love it so much that I go see it like again and again. Like it's been a long time since I've loved a movie. Other than Sinners, it's been a long time since I've seen a movie twice. That's sad because I used to see movies twice or three times all the time. It's been a long time since I could say that.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I did go see Superman again because I needed to refresh before that Monday's conversation. I needed to sit down and just drop down all the notes, everything that I needed to write down, and to follow up with my review, of it, and be as as unbiased as possible. But yeah, I think that this would be a multiple view for me so far, man, because what they're doing with it, just the scale, just the vibe, and the simple fact that they're believable. It's believable. The connectivity between all of them is definitely believable. But I if anything, that I want to see this happen for Kirby. That's the thing. I just want to see it happen for Kirby. You know what I mean? To see his vision on screen, what he wanted to see, everything down to just,
I've never read that it was, but I feel like that's probably one of Kirby's favorite things that he did at Marvel. I just feel, I don't know that. I just feel like that's probably
this. I think it was this in the New Gods as well. This and what we got from the Eternals He was heavily weighted into this particular world, especially with the Fantastic Four, bro.
I mean, if you look at the art from Galactus and from some of the stuff he did for Fantastic Four, I think it was so much love, so much detail. I think you could tell from just looking at the art how much he poured into that run. Like, I don't know, that's my shit, man. Fantastic Four, so I can't wait.
Yeah, I think again, we're talking about Kirby, bro, and Kirby's vision for the Fantastic Four, bro, was a lot of love, and it inspired even people like Jonathan Hickman, his run on the fan, which is probably some of the dopest. It was some of the best storytelling is through Hickman's run on Fantastic Four. If you haven't read it, please do, because it's definitely important to do so. But
Fantastic Four run is absolutely phenomenal.
It's wilding in them runs too, man. Namor,
bro, like Hickman's run again. He was cooking in that, bro. He definitely cooked. He cooked in that. If you haven't actually read it, hey Jake, we got Jacob here. We got Jacob of Comic Release, Comic Collectibles. If you were looking for that run, that Hickman's run on Fantastic Four, you can get it from Comic Relief, Comic Collectibles. That's Comic Relief, Comic Collectibles. Jacob, Jake, are you still in the building?
Jay got that. Jay got it.
Oh yeah, he got it. He definitely got it. He definitely got it, man. So definitely head on over there. But yeah, man, this is fantastic for a week. I'm excited about it. Again, some of the things, some of the promotions for it, a lot of conversations about it has been nothing but positive. Like literally across the board, bro. Like nothing but positive about it. I think here's the thing. I honestly believe the experience from, Jay, I know you're going to hate this, but the experience from Superman with most people will, in a simple fact, help this film a bit. It will. I think it will, bro. I think it will, as far as viewership, as far as people wanting to get back in the theaters and see something big, word of mouth, and the support. Hell, when they were putting up those thumbnails back and forth about, Superman and Fantastic Four together and all that shit that they've been promoting, bro, like Barbenheimer.
That was love. I love that.
Yeah, that was all love, bro.
That was cool, but Superman shouldn't be on that page with that. Not this Superman anyway. Sorry.
Prop, you excited about it, bro? You excited about this film, bro?
Yeah, man. I am, bro. I'm not a damn, it's weird, bro. I used to read Fantastic Four comic books, man. I was more excited about Spider-Man back in the day. Spider-Man was my joint. But just I think being a fan of comic books, man, just knowing this is one of the original Marvel comics.
First family.
Yeah. And the visual style, the retro, I'm loving that it's got a language. You know what I mean? Like I'm used to a look because I was about to say too earlier, not to go too far back, but there's a language with Marvel movies that I'm not sure translated to TV as well. Mm-hmm. This one looks interesting, bro. It's color graded slightly different. It's got that retro feel.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm looking forward to just being in another world. Like I'm hoping that this does the same thing that Superman did for me, which is instead of bringing it into the real world, I want to go into the comic book world. And just from the trailers, it's looking like that. I know Vinny didn't say no details, but the things that Vinny said that you're hoping, I've seen some trailers that's done it. And for the first time ever, I think I've probably seen enough Fantastic Four trailers, but I decided the other day, dude, I want to be surprised. You know what I mean? I don't want to see no scenes. I just want to go in. Like, they've given me enough to be like, yo, I think this is going to be a good movie, man. I got a little bit of fear in terms of Jerome's question on whether it's going to make more or less.
I think it's going to make more, bro.
Yeah, I do. I'm just wondering. I'm hoping. I'm not trusting all the fans yet. Like, the Thunderbolts thing kind of threw me off because I thought Thunderbolts was a decent movie and didn't do nowhere near as well as. And Fantastic Four is another beast because there used to be another movie, but I don't know. I'm kind of
the time where Thunderbolts would have made bank because it was good.
Right, exactly.
Now they've lost some of that good faith.
Exactly, and I think Fantastic Four got, for non-comic book fans, with this being a reboot, people are going to have connections to that old movie and look at this and look like, we love that one. This one looks better. You know what I mean? Just looking at it from a movie head. If you like the old Fantastic Four, I think you're going to enjoy this one. This one looks better. But yeah, man, I'm excited, man. And of course, I know we're going to probably talk about the action figures on Wednesday. Bro, so we're talking about Superman, how Superman.
We're going to talk about it on Wednesday, but I just want to show, because I'm glad you kind of. I just need to show this to Vinny, because I've been wanting to show this to Vinny, bro. I'm not going to show you Galactus, bro. I'm not, because that's giving too much away.
I was kind of disappointed they showed
Galactus. A word, Vinny.
I was kind of.
But I wanted to show you this, Vinny.
I've seen the figures look incredible. I love my Mezco joints.
You got all four of the Mezco?
Yeah. I actually have used I use the Mezco joints for the piece I'm working on for Fantastic Four now, and they're such. I love those pieces so much, and I love that the Hot Toys versions clearly are high level as well. Especially Thing, because Thing is we've seen plenty. We've seen what the past two Thing designs have been. I won't say bad, but very questionable. So I love that. That is fucking.
This is out of the comic book, bro. And you know what? When I saw these, this made me more excited about the movie because I was thinking if I didn't know this was from a movie, you know, every now and then they make realistic versions of the comic book figures.
Yeah.
Like this, what this looked like. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, we're getting a live action version of you know what I'm saying? So, oh my Lord. Yo, so I'm excited, man.
Promotion.
It's excited time to be. Yo, that's what I'm about to say. Yep, the promotion has been crazy.
Yeah, it's been
crazy for this thing,
bro.
And I like the casting too. Like Vanessa is fucking looks exactly like Sue and seems intelligent like Sue would be. I like the kid from Stranger Things. He makes sense as Johnny. I don't know if they're going to really, like I said, I haven't seen the trailers, but I've heard they toned down the womanizing and stuff like that. So I don't know about
that's
that.
Not Johnny Cage. That's not Johnny Blade. I mean,
but the whatchamacallit, my man from the Bear, like that's that's fucking Ben.
Evan Moss Bacharach, bro. He was the perfect choice.
Ben, bro. He
was the perfect choice.
He's an asshole with a heart of gold. That's
right.
Him.
Right, but I'm talking about Johnny Storm always had the girls, man. Like they calmed it down for what? Like
for 2025, because you can't be a womanizer right now and be funny. It's not funny now to a lot of people. So I mean I guess I get it. I don't love the decision, but I guess I get it.
Yeah, I mean there's definitely those reasons behind it. So you know
you talking about the dude that slept with Dr. Doom's wife before they got married, the night before they got married, and hid under their bed. Like, come on, bro. That's Johnny. That's Johnny Storm, bro.
Not just slept with the dude with the chick that Dr. Doom wanted to marry, because that was like more of a political type of thing. But what was funny about that was they had just traveled to a planet where he found what they do there as their soulmates is just like a organic bionical. So he was technically attached, married at the time.
Yeah.
He cheated on her with Doom's soon-to-be wife.
Yeah.
And then got out at the wedding where Doom, for the first time, it was like, yo, y'all can come to the wedding and it's all good.
All good.
No fight, no beef, no smoke. We're going to just drink and party. All right, y'all? And then
and this dude screwed the boy wife the night before. That's Johnny Storm, bro.
But and don't forget he slept with a Skrull who he thought was Ben Grimm's a girl at the time.
Unapologetically, but trying to fuck Alicia. Of all people.
That's what I'm saying.
The one chick Ben can get who don't give a fuck what he looks like.
And Storm hit it.
Yeah.
That's him,
well, I mean, they cleaned that up because you come to find out that it was just definitely a Skrull and it wasn't. You know what I mean? So it wasn't Felicia. So we get that.
Yeah.
But it tells you what lengths Johnny Storm would go. You know what I mean? At that particular time, it's crazy. Yeah, I mean,
the team here's the thing. All those things are part of why Fantastic Four is so dope.
It's so good.
When he does the right thing, it wouldn't be as big a deal if he wasn't always so irresponsible.
Yeah.
It's like there's these payoffs with Johnny that are so high up here that wouldn't be if he was always, doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Pretty much. That's pretty much. You might as well actually say, but I mean that's why I can't really wait to see the interpretation. And I love the retrofitting with this film. I love basically that it goes back. Man. And again, bro, I like that. I like the aspect of this film and the scale of it. I just want to see how that transition is going to happen. My thing is, never mind. I don't want to say too much because, like I said, I don't want to give it away with, Vinny, I don't know how much you've seen and how much you know about the film, so I'll just leave it there. I can't wait till Thursday
to
see it. And that's the thing is like, I can't be, that's like a piss because I can't be in the same theater with you when you watch it. I got to wait, you know what I mean, to after that, bro.
How much later is your showing?
Huh?
How much later is your showing?
It says 7:45. It starts at 7. Mine's at 7:45.
We'll probably still be out there talking.
Yeah. I know y'all will. I definitely know y'all will, man. But yeah, I can't wait, man, because I think it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be an incredible.
You're going to Thursday night showing, right?
Yeah, Thursday night. I was trying. You know what they did?
I got 3:00 tickets, man, because it's summertime. Be early.
You got 3
Early.
o'clock tickets?
Yeah, I'm trying to get the early joints, man. Early tickets, so I can see this joint.
Yeah,
So
I
I can post the
gotta.
pictures early online.
Yeah, now I'm away from my daughter, man, because I definitely want to go
yeah.
get a chance to see because she works. She gets off at 7, so she's gonna come straight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I want to kind of go with her, man. Toya was gonna go, but she has a gig that night. With
Man, Toya is an A-lister now. She don't got time for
yeah,
this
bro,
bullshit no
she
more.
don't got time for nothing no more,
She's
man.
an A-lister now. She don't got time for this C-list shit.
Bro.
She probably didn't tell you, but she probably already seen it. She was on the red carpet. She didn't even
Yeah, bro.
She probably already saw it.
Yeah, bro.
This
She's
is
definitely an
C-list.
A-lister
This is
now,
C-list
man.
now. She's in the A-list lane, man.
She's definitely an A-lister right now, man. That's just the way it is, bro. Like I don't, you know what I mean? She be ditching me at the red carpet now, bro. Straight up, that's how it's gonna be, man. I had to drive her down there today, bro. Like she had a gig this morning, and now she got another gig on Thursday, man. I'm like, you know what? It is what it is.
And here it comes.
She ditched me. She was like, she hit me. She's like, today, we was talking. I was at the table. She's like, oh, I got hit up by this, such and such lady. She wants me to be a part of her, whatever, and it's on Thursday night. I was like, that's Fantastic Four. And she's like, oh.
No.
I was like, babe, nah, you got to do it, though. I said, you got to get that
it.
exposure. You got to actually go out there and do it. It's fine, man. Don't worry about it. She's like, well, I'll make it up to you the next day. We'll go. Saying, it's all right. Don't worry. You know what I mean?
She's in the A-list lane now, baby.
Yeah,
That's
sorry,
great,
man. You know what I mean? She's. He says Red said Toya might be secretly auditioned for Marvel roles. Probably. I wouldn't
You
put
never
it past.
know, man.
I wouldn't put it past, man. I definitely would have put.
I need my autograph early.
Get it early, man. But nah, I mean, this again. I can't wait. I definitely can't wait to see this film. I think it's going to be incredible. I want it to be successful. I want all these films to be successful, man. They need to be. It needs to have that level of success.
Superman needs to crash.
I do have some concerns though about this movie.
Healthy competition.
Yeah,
you said you got some concerns.
I do got some concerns about the movie, only for the fact that you had 2 previous versions, and then you have a heat dome where people probably don't want to come out to go see the movie. That's why I asked you the ceiling, 100 mil above or below.
Oh yeah.
I think it's going to be below. Okay,
You think it's going to be below 100 mil?
Yeah, I mean, you're good at 90. You're good at 90 and stuff like that. But I think that the weather is going to play a significant factor into it. Of course, Superman being just only 2 weeks beforehand, money wise, the economy and everything like that. And that's not to say that this film would be a bad film, And if you remember last week, we were talking about metahumans. What is Fantastic Four? The DCU's version. Here goes the metahumans. Here, cosmic rays, got them, but these are the characters that really introduced aliens coming to Earth. So that's what This is what this crew right here, and that's why I'm excited to see about this. Is that these are the conduits now to bring Earth onto another plateau because they were out there and they know, hey, guess what? They deal with that because we deal with an insanely smart individual. And so this is what I'm excited to see, that say, hey, guess what? The Fantastic Four is saying, come here.
Yeah,
we can take any alien that you got out there.
Yeah.
And we're the metahumans.
Right.
Yeah.
And we can deal with you aliens. That's
Jerome, along those same lines, I think this is going to be a genre bending film too. Like Superman is a superhero movie.
Right.
We know these guys are superheroes, but I in my heart, I feel like this is going to play on a different level.
Yeah.
You got a sci-fi element. This is going to feel even the comic book wasn't traditional.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Superhero.
So
Right.
It's more relatable, particularly with the family dynamic.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I like about that.
And one of the reasons why the Fantastic Four has always been one of my favorites is not just the family itself but it's the rogues gallery. Like they have the best, like they have one of the best rogues gallery in comics, period. And when everyone was like talking about getting back Daredevil, Spider-Man, whatever, I always wanted bring Fantastic Four, and there are so many, like they their day-to-day random Tuesday villain is an Avengers level threat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They got to
Yeah,
fight. It's insanely powerful. And
Yeah.
and if you don't believe me, half the villain, like they've been pilfered for so many villains already, like High Evolutionary. Like the list goes on and on and on.
High
and on.
Mole man,
Evolutionary,
don't forget
bro.
little mole man.
Fucking
Namor, like
Doom.
on and on and on. Doom,
Fucking
like,
Annihilus.
Yeah, that's
they
the
had to
cosmic
deal with,
nonsense right.
bro.
Yeah,
like
give Mole man his props, yeah.
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 Oh yeah,
Roman
Mole Man
villains
too.
are constantly are
Yeah.
like phenomenal. So
Their Rose Gallery is out there, bro, and they've
Right.
had to deal with it as a family, bro.
Yeah.
As definitely a family. And then on top of that, you're dealing with one of the most not only are you dealing with a threat, a cosmic threat, but you're also dealing with a Omega level mutant of a son that you have, that
nobody's talking about that, but that's true.
Exactly,
Yeah.
Franklin Richards, bro. And what we know about the character, what we know about the history of the character, and what we know about him in Galactus in the future. You know what I mean? Everything that we know about these particular characters, it's like, yo, from a family standpoint, if you Reed, and that's what motherfuckers is like, yo, Reed is just he's almost borderline like autistic when it comes to it's the level. I think for him, his coping mechanism is his intelligence, because everything else outside of that he has to deal with would literally fuck him up, bro.
Just any one element of his life would just put the regular person in shambles. Like, I mean, like there's versions of Franklin that is the last person on the universe. Like, he's that OP. Like that is
destined to be
otherworldly. Like he's beyond. So there's I mean, the Valeria, like there's so much to this family. There's so much incredible writing. I hope that it doesn't just do well. I hope that this gives people reading Fantastic Four comics, because it's not only one of the best comics Marvel has ever had, it is also a rare instance where the current comic, Fantastic Four by Ryan North right now, is one of the best comics that you can read, especially in regular continuity. Everything else is ultimate and absolute killing it. But in regular continuity, it's pretty much Daredevil and Fantastic Four is the best Marvel books that are regular continuity. And Fantastic Four is absolutely one of the best reads.
They brought
I hope
these
people into jobs.
Yeah, you're great. And but this group also brought in, let's talk about it, Black Panther.
Yeah.
So many characters. Black Panther for sure.
The intro,
So this was this is the group that introduced that. And so Wakanda on that situation right there.
Yeah, exactly, bro. That's what I'm saying. And that's the magic of this particular family, first family of Marvel, bro.
Yeah.
And they have to, it's just a shame that for so many years. Now, mind you, bro, I'm not gonna listen, I'm not knocking the first attempt. It is what it is. Jessica Alba is, Sue Richards. You had Chris Evans as, Johnny Storm. You know what I mean? Like
Norrin Rad.
It's a product of his time. You know what I'm saying? Lawrence Fishburne, Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
I just never understood how you got Silver Surfer right in Galactus. You just but
money.
But I understood
the silver dude on a surfboard, but they was like Galactus is too weird. You what?
Right?
Yeah, bro. Like and they did it well. They did it well.
Yeah.
They actually did it well. So I mean, that's a good job. I just want that same translation with this film, and I think that's what we're going to definitely get. I'm excited about it, but. Jerome, you're not too far off, bro. Because honestly, we all thought that Thunderbolts was going to do more money than what it made. I thought it was going to make more money than what it made, and it didn't.
I thought it did, actually. The way they were bragging about it.
Nah, it didn't make as much as they thought. You know what I mean? It wasn't a box office disappointment, but it just didn't make the money that we know they can make. You know what I mean? And I think a lot was going for that particular film is, again, you had a lot of characters that you threw in here that were, I'm not going to say they were unrecognizable, but it wasn't the team that was expected.
They were B-list.
They were B-list. So at the same time, it was just that was going against it. You know what I mean? You were introducing the characters such as the Sentry, which could have went horribly wrong, but you In the end, you got it right. You did a good job on that. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's a lot. There's definitely a lot to be expected, but we just got to kind of wait and see.
Yeah.
You know how that pans out. But you're not too far off, bro. Like when I think about what you're saying, I'm like, that could be a possibility, bro. Because they got so much going with it. I mean, going against it. You know, I mean, love you like a play cousin, Michael B. But you should have been like, yeah, nah, this ain't gonna work. You, Miles Taylor, and nah, that ain't gonna work. That attempt, that version of Doom was the worst Doom I have ever seen.
Trash.
I don't even think I got to that part, bro.
Worst Doom I have ever seen on camera, bro.
Doom is in the movie.
That movie don't exist in this JoJo.
Bro,
it don't exist.
I've never seen it since.
I feel bad sometimes. I'm like, should I see it because I'm a fan? I can't.
Little Red Riding Hood. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, bro. I'm like, what the fuck is that, bro?
My girl was watching that and like 5 minutes in, I walked into the room and I was like, "What the fuck you doing? Shut the shit off!" And it was immediate response, and I was like, "My bad. If you want to watch it, go ahead." She was like, it was just instinct, and it was just instinct, and she was like, "Oh shit, I didn't know. I hadn't seen this one. Is it that bad?" I'm like, "No, I'm sorry. Just like freak up and find out." She was like, "Nah, you meant
bro,
that.
You gotta spare. You gotta take her out of her misery, bro. You gotta spare her that, bro. Take her out of her misery, bro. Spare her that.
You probably are not going to enjoy this, but I'll let you decide." She was like, "Nah, you just saved me 2 hours."
It was the absolute worst because it felt like that film took place on one location the entire film.
Yep, just on the soundstage. That's it.
One location the entire fucking film. No threat.
Yo,
no
Ben
nothing,
let
bro.
Reed rot in jail for 2 years and didn't even try to bring his ass out.
Oh man,
bro, nah. That we don't talk about that shit, bro. Definitely, we don't talk about Bruno. We definitely don't talk about this film, bro. This shit was garbage. But that's what I'm saying. Like when you look at this, you think about that versus the first few iterations that we actually got. And Renz, thank you for sending this to me. Don't sleep on this shit. Y'all motherfuckers put some respect on his name because it might have been trash, but at least it was his first attempt. We're gonna talk about this, and y'all ain't Ren, let me pull it up. Renz, thank you for sending it to me, man. Y'all ain't gonna escape this shit because it did happen. So let's just put it out there. Let me pull it up. Come on, man. Open up. I'm trying to open it up. Here we go. Come on, man. This was real. This did happen. This was every character. This did happen.
I messed with Roger Corman, man. Y'all know I'm a director dude, yo.
That was real, bro.
I messed with Roger Corman, man.
And the suits were comic accurate. I don't give a fuck what nobody says.
That's true. That's true.
It's real.
Comic accurate.
That's what it's trash.
That was straight. Look, that was straight out of comics. He made that movie.
Bro.
I mean.
Tell him, Vinny, this is back then when you used to have to wear your logo on your belly. So look, man, this is dope.
Only thing is, Thing looked like the Slee Stack from Land of the Lost, bro.
For real. So he belong on Lord of the Rings somewhere fighting with whatever that boy named. That's garbage, dog.
Yo, that look like Jim Carrey in the? Nah, is that Johnny Storm or Jim Carrey? Y'all see it?
Nah, that's not Jim Carrey, bro.
Jim Carrey face. That's like that's Tim Carrey.
He's like, wow.
That's
bro.
ass.
Yeah, bro.
Roger Corman, dude. They made a movie of. Didn't Tim Burton make a movie about Roger Corman?
Yeah, he's a legend.
Yeah,
legend, bro. Legend, man. He tried.
Yeah, I mean, like that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, there were some attempts. Even the attempt with Jessica Alba and Chris Evans and the rest of them, bro. It was there. You had your boy from S.H.I.E.L.D. You know what I mean? Was there. It was good. May rest in peace. Played
Theo?
What's his name? Yeah.
Michael Jamal.
Oh man, yeah.
No, he's talking about Doom.
No. You're talking about the Doom, right? Yeah.
Doom. But no. I do.
What's his name?
Yo, Nip Tuck was my joint back in the day.
Julian McMahon. That's who it was. Julian McMahon.
Nip Tuck, man. I actually thought he was gonna be a good because I was watching Nip Tuck, man. He was cold as ice on Nip Tuck.
Look, he was cool, but
nah,
he makes not the mask off, man.
They didn't do him right. Yeah, They ain't doing.
Yeah, he
And in the
passed 2
second
weeks
movie,
ago.
he had to mask off the whole
Yeah,
joint.
2 weeks
They
ago.
was like, nah.
Yeah. I'm not wearing
Yeah.
no mask.
Yeah, like I'm Dr. Doom. Why do I gotta wear a mask?
Yeah, bro. They played us
No
like
point.
they played us like a harp from hell.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not wearing no
Well,
mask,
it's a good thing that Robert Downey Jr. doesn't have a big ego. I'm sure he'll wear the mask.
Of course.
He don't even wear the Iron Man suit no more. It's all dots.
Right.
All dots. All dots. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely unfortunate.
Yeah.
Definitely unfortunate. But you did, Jerome. You did touch on this, and I forgot. And I'd be remiss if I didn't bring it up. Malcolm Jamal Warner did basically pass today.
Yeah.
Accidental drowning. So that did definitely happen, man. Wow, that was a shock.
Yeah.
That just,
We just saw him the other day, man. He's been making his rounds. I think got a podcast. Yeah, okay. Yep.
yeah, like
Costa
literally.
Rica, man. That coast where he went swimming at, bro, is having a lot of drownings, bro, from the swell.
Oh, I'll tell you exactly why too. So if you take the geography of any island on the east side, you have the trade winds coming across the Atlantic Ocean. It makes those waves even more powerful on the east side of the islands.
Mm-hmm.
And you see drownings all over the Florida coast of South Carolina, so on and so forth, and on at Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic. You have it all over. The east side of any island, watch yourself.
The swell,
hell yeah,
man.
bro.
They will pull you under, man.
Yeah, bro. Like this is.
And his kids were out there, bro. That's awful.
That's
family, right?
Yeah, he was on a family vacation.
Yeah, man.
Sucks, man.
And he was on the family, and he jumped in to swim or something like that.
Yeah,
he was just going.
No, he was just swimming. Like he said, that stuff is so unpredictable, bro. You know what I mean?
The swells on that coast in Costa Rica, they pulled him under, bro.
And that's what happened to that.
You get tired of swimming, right? Like you try to, you can start
trying to come back up for air. It's tough.
Yeah, because those waves will take you, and if you don't fall down in the water because you ain't getting up, it's too powerful.
Yeah,
bro. This one was it's
54 years old, man.
And I was waiting. I was like, yo, how did he pass? Because I know there was no unknown illness. Because that was definitely talked about. I was just hoping it wasn't that.
Yeah.
But then to find out that he drowned, bro, I was like, damn, man, like say it ain't so, bro. But I did. This is why, and that's why I told Toya, like, because we going to the beach this weekend. She's like, you get in the water? I was like, nope. I told you that.
Nah.
Yo, it's black rules, baby. You gotta follow the black rules.
Yeah,
I'm swimming today. I'm swimming today, bro. You know,
I just look at the water.
Yeah, bro. I'm chilling. I'll look at it.
Man.
I'll get close to it, but there ain't no way, bro. Australia told me that. I don't trust shit for nothing, bro. Those sharks are over there, bro.
Oh yeah.
The ocean water. I like to go swimming in the ocean, but man, I'm starting to chill now with that, bro. I'm just swimming pools now, man. Cause
Jay, you ask my family, dude. I used to do beach photography in Fort Walton Beach with Tim's on.
What?
Camo pants and Tim's.
He wasn't playing.
And a Master Wiz hat.
Mm-hmm.
I kid you not, bro.
Yo,
I wasn't trying. I wasn't dressed for the water. wasn't going in.
Listen.
Fair enough.
That one bad wave, boy.
Our boy Johnny, he came over to Australia to visit me. He was like, yo, I just want to, just take me around and stuff like that. So I took him to Bondi Beach. So we basically caught the train all the way to the city and then from the city to Bondi. And we was the only two fools walking around on the beach. It was like, it had to be close to like 90, 92 degrees. But I didn't know he wanted to go that far. But we was the only two fools walking around the beach with T-shirts, jeans, and Tim boots.
I ain't the only one, baby.
T-shirts, jeans, and Tim boots, bro.
What year we talking about? What year we talking about?
Bro, this was back in I think it was like 2009.
That's it, bro.
Now listen,
I started 2007, 2009, man.
I wear Timberlands all year round, right, with certain stuff. But I will not be on no beach.
I'm different
By
now.
no water.
We wasn't
I'm different
supposed to
now.
do that because
no
you saw my
Timberland.
vacation
trying
picture. I'm different now.
bro. I was not trying to go that far, but motherfucking Uncle Traveling Matt Johnny's ass wanted to go everywhere, bro. I had to take him to the city. Then he wanted to go to the beach. We walking on the beach in Tim Boots, bro.
Nah.
And on Tim Boots, bro. I'm like, come on, man, Johnny. He was like, I just wanted to go check it out.
Yeah.
But come on, could you wait till we put some shorts or something on, bro?
Never again.
Tim Boots,
Never.
Yeah, bro. Never that. Ain't gonna happen. And ain't happening, catting. So yeah, but nah, man, definitely.
Rest in peace to
Rest
the
in peace,
man,
Malcolm
bro.
Jamal Warner, bro. Like that shit. Bro, like, yeah, going back watching episodes of the Cosbys, bro.
Yeah.
You know, his poetry. He's an activist as well, bro.
Malcolm
like,
and Eddie. Malcolm and Eddie.
Yeah, bro. You know what I mean? So like that's what I'm saying, man. Just so much with him, man. So rest in peace. You and your family, our condolences, man. It's a great one.
For sure.
Out
Don't
there,
take life
bro.
for granted, man.
Yeah, bro. Like that is just it's crazy. You know, that he had to go through that, man. I mean, yeah, man. It's insane. We got Ghetto Yoda. He was like, bro, I grew up in South Miami wearing Timbs every day. Right?
There you go.
Bro, like every single day, bro.
Not to the beach.
Shit.
Not to
Nah,
the beach.
man. Like, yeah, bro. Johnny, I don't know what's wrong with us, bro. We just did that shit. But anyway, man, rest in peace. Definitely wanted to put that out there, man, as always, man. And hopefully everything is good with the family, man. Anyway, man, thank you guys out there for being with us. An incredible show tonight, man. Another one, you know, in the books. Got a chance to basically get Jerome back on the show, man. Always
thank you,
bro.
Yeah, bro. Appreciate you.
Definitely thank you for being here, bro.
All you guys,
man. As always, we appreciate it. Great discussions all around. Let's see what's gonna happen again. Next Monday, you already know how we do, man. It's gonna be our spoiler-free, or spoiler discussion.
That's a whole weekend.
That's
a whole weekend.
It's
you got a whole week.
It's gonna be a spoiler full discussion of the Fantastic
Don't let me post nothing. Got a whole week.
Bro, you gonna post shit after the movie.
Bang. During the movie.
It's already written.
During the movie.
Yeah, it is, bro.
It's already written.
Bang is the opposite of trash.
There it goes.
Yeah.
Bro. Yeah. What time you going to see the movie?
I'm going to do a 3 o'clock show. I'm going early.
All right, cool.
Yo, watch him call tomorrow. Be like, yo, I saw it, man. My boy, I saw it in my living room.
Well, now I don't got to connect with.
You ain't got to connect out there. All right.
I don't got to connect with Marvel. I got it with DC.
Yeah,
Marvel.
Then he was like, all right, cool. Now I know.
Yeah.
I know when to stay on Facebook. Now I really know when to stay on Facebook. I was carrying the one.
Nah, you know how to put that motherfucker on timeout until after the movie, bro. Straight up.
Hey, listen.
He gonna get out. It's gonna hit automatically, bro. You already know it.
Hey, Ghetto Yoda, man. Why you talking about this? Prop Wiz against everybody, part 2. Dude, I think you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest, man. I prayed on it because there was a little bit of hate. I was like, man, they hated my Superman, dude. Wait till Fantastic. You know when you start pacing, you be so mad. I was like, wait for that Fantastic Four. But I prayed on it, man. I'm a fan, baby.
So wait a minute.
Was
it your plan? So you was gonna make a plan to hate on this fucking film, bro?
I was like, yo, son. I was like the little internet troll. Hey, the little internet troll that be hating.
So your ass was gonna come in here hating on the yup. Look at Vinny, you would have been like,
hey, this is therapy.
This is all been this way, bro.
Yeah, I see it right there.
All of us would have been like,
what's up, man?
This is therapy, though, man. This is self-reflection.
Okay.
I looked at myself in the mirror. I was like, man, you're a hater. And I said, maybe I'm back. It's me.
Hold up.
I'm back.
Did you watch Superman again, Prop?
I watched Superman again.
Yeah. And what happened to that rating? What happened?
It went down to 0.5 or so.
Oh, okay.
There's only talk. You know what? I ain't gonna go into it.
So prop.
Okay.
We'll go ahead.
We'll save that. We'll save
watch
that.
it again.
I want to know. I want to know
Yeah.
where the point went down or what made the point go down.
Oh,
You know what? It's short.
Let me hear.
It's things that
This
we talked about
movie,
last
and a lot of
week
you guys hate it. The reason
that
I
he
like the
agreed with,
movie
that he agreed
is
with.
because it was so story based. So any change they made, anything, I'm just looking at the story. But I mean, there's only like a handful of scenes in it. So after the fourth time of watching it, it was like, all right, I saw the story. You know what I mean? Like all it had was the story. I got to go deeper. I don't want to go too deep into it, man. But I still liked it though.
Prop was praying for fans support for his downfall, like Topher Grace's Spider-Man 3.
Why you taking? I was, man.
Oh, he was planning on hating this motherfucker, bro. He was gonna come in on Monday like, nah, son. See,
yeah, man.
Dude, I ain't like it. He'd have been like,
yo,
hold up.
Hey, Jerome, I was going through old 1/6 scale videos. I was trying to find anywhere where they said a whack movie was dope. I was looking.
Yeah. Nah, you ain't gonna find it. Man.
Oh, see, now I know your move. I know your movement, bro. I know what you're doing. Next week you're gonna be right here, bro. I'm putting you right in the middle, bro. Just in case. I'm putting you. It's gonna be a battle royale. I'm putting you right in the middle, right there, in the middle, bro.
The end bomb is coming and everything.
Yeah,
boom, bro. Like right there, bro. I'm putting that ass right in the middle, bro.
Oh man.
Damn. Now I know the move. And you know what? He gonna go see the movie and drop some shit down and be like, I ain't like that, bro. It's dope. I ain't like that.
That's what I'm
gonna tell these motherfuckers I ain't like that
I'm
shit,
scared
bro.
of myself, bro.
Oh, it's dope, but I don't like that. That's dope as fuck. But I'm gonna tell them I did not like it just because they didn't like this part, man. Fuck that.
That popcorn bucket was $80. I ain't like that.
Yeah,
this movie better be perfect.
Like Superman was.
If I see one scene with somebody wearing their underwear on the outside, I'm going in, son. I'm looking for anything. That car ain't flying right. a character get beat up one too many times. I got a list, bro. I got a standard.
Stop,
That's
bro.
hilarious.
Stop.
Oh, shit.
He's gonna be like, yo, hold up. He got his ass whooped by Galactus, but y'all gonna give him a pass?
Yeah,
Nah, son.
Them arm stretching effects. Ooh, they better look good, bro. They better look
Superman
good,
fight.
son. Oh yeah, same kind of standard.
Mm-hmm.
Same kind of standard.
Mm-hmm.
You see where I'm at.
We're gonna put you right here,
Practicing for next week.
Hey yo, everybody out there, bring your popcorn. So it's gonna be prop versus panel part 2.
Oh, Jeffrey, yeah, you're right. The thing better not be the power. You're right.
Prop versus the panel part 2.
Got a list, bro.
The multiverse of prop.
That's it.
Y'all already knew.
Yeah, man.
Thing is what did Jeffrey say? The thing is depowered.
Yeah, man, exactly. That's a list. It's on the list, yo.
You know, because I can see him already. He be like, yo, stop. I can't believe y'all jokers, bro. I can't believe y'all. Stop.
Bro,
hey, look at Charlie, man. You see, Charlie got my catchphrase, whack, son. Have I said that on the show?
Whack.
Female seamers, whack. Yeah.
There we go. I'm already with Vinny. I didn't say that when Vinny was talking, but I was listening. I was like, man, I don't know about this whole Silver Surfer thing, bro.
Look at
bro.
He's like, look at super me.
I know about that, boy. Dollar balls. But it is what it is.
He said super me.
We'll be all right. We'll be all right.
Yeah. Anyway, man, thank you guys for being here. Everybody out there, thank you for being part of the chat as well. Jay, what you got on, bro? What you got going down right now, man? What you besides you being at the you going golfing tomorrow, bro?
Huh?
You going golfing tomorrow, man?
Nah, I gotta drive back tomorrow.
You come back tomorrow?
Yeah, I got that 2-hour ride back. See, I'm in the little paradise right now.
Living nice, huh?
Yeah.
Feel good, don't it, bro?
Huh?
What that cost
don't
you?
it, bro?
It cost you $1,200 a night. What that cost you? 12 a night.
No. You gotta hook up.
Oh, I forgot. Rich people don't have to pay for nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
Easy.
That's true, bro.
It ain't like that. It ain't like I said to pay. Ain't like that.
Show up to Cancun, they just be stuff. Yeah.
Pay a lot less.
You know, he went up to the counter. He was like, "I got the code word." They was like, "What's the code?" He was like, And it's like, all right, you get that. And they slid some baby oil right there, right? It's like complimentary baby oil. Take this.
I dropped the baby oil off at the desk and they let me know.
Oh man!
They gave me the keys. Said, take that.
Gave him room 1A, 37C, 18B.
They gave me the keys, bro.
Oh man, definitely, bro. Thank you for being here, man. It's always appreciated. Rome, thank you for stopping through, man. What you got going on over the channel, bro?
Man, we got a couple shows coming up. One of them happens to be an individual who just got indicted from last year. Unfortunately, he was the babysitter's boyfriend. Family went and gave the baby to the babysitter. The babysitter went and gave it to the boyfriend. Then the boyfriend punches the baby in the head a couple times, killed the baby, and now we're trying to find out, okay, we know he's charged for murder. Why isn't the babysitter charged for murder? What's going on with that? Family's devastated, so we got that. And then the next episode happens to be where this individual on the west side went about taking his car, I guess having a mental situation. He rams it a couple times, and you're going to see the very first time where you see an officer just unloads his entire clip into the guy from the driver's side of the. And we're going to talk about, was that justified? What happened in that whole situation? So we got two big shows coming up talking about the dynamics of law enforcement. All the time talking about DAs, judges, what are they looking at, and certainly what we're looking at as police officers, use of force. So, we look at this, the justice part of it, the social injustice of it, the injustices of the criminal court system. So that's what we got going on.
Did you see that video the other day, bro? It's circling around on social media right now. The dude that was in his car and the cop, they smashed his glass. And the cop punched him and cracked his teeth, bro.
That's just completely uncalled for. There's so many things that you could do without doing that type of violence. Clearly, we're living in a world right now, in particular in the United States, where the rights that you had over 2 years ago are not the same type of rights you have now.
Right.
And so there are a lot of things. It's a scary time right now, so I would just tell everyone that I know things are hype and everything like that, but watch out for yourselves. Take it a little bit easy, particularly, everything is so heightened, particularly in the law enforcement system. So don't want to go ahead and go to that scale.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for being there. Definitely check it out, bro. Tell them where they can actually find you as well, man.
So they can go ahead and find me on YouTube. It's Hill of Justice.
Hill of Justice, definitely, man.
And then all your platforms, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music, whatever you want to, we're on those platforms also.
Definitely, man. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it as always. Vinny, man, what's going on, bro? We telling people what you got going on as well, man.
Yeah, man, just working on this new Fantastic Four piece. I'm really excited for the film coming up this week. We'll obviously be talking a lot about that next week on Comic Book Talk with Friends. And other than that, I don't have a lot planned for this weekend other than catching up on a bunch of reading and some stuff around the house. Maybe see a Fantastic Four again, hopefully. And then getting up to vacation at the beginning of next month, so I'm trying to get everything I got to get done out the way, so that way I'm freed up for that, because it's been a crazy season, so I'm looking forward to that for sure. So so stay tuned for some new art coming, new art added to the store, reboot on the the site with new stuff, and Mr. Terrific coming to the site as soon as possible so I can get some prints out. We're looking forward to it.
Yes, sir, man. Definitely, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
As always, bro. Appreciate it. Last but not least, Prop, man. What's going on with you, brother?
Man, just living life, man, out here signing autographs or whatnot, man. Thanks to the fame that I'm getting from y'all show. But
A-list.
you know what I'm saying? I will be dude, nothing, man. I think I got another episode. I haven't posted my Ahsoka box opening yet. I filmed it, but I haven't posted it, man. So I'll probably post that tomorrow, Thursday or Saturday. Yeah, besides that, man, I'm just chilling, dude. I've been trying to get some family time in, man. Catch up on some TV shows, man. We got shows where we be reviewing stuff, man, and I'm behind on everything. So I'm just trying to catch up on a couple of shows, man, trying to fit some family time in there too. So, man, just chilling, man. Got my I already said something about my autograph. Did I say something about my autograph online?
A-list.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Tells you I'm excited, huh? Lou Ferrigno, bro. Man, Lou Ferrigno wasn't as I'm not gonna say that. He was cool. He was quieter. I was overly excited. Bro, I was like, yo, this my childhood, man. Yeah, I saw it. I didn't get
tell you. Yo, I helped him break into a convention center.
For real?
2000 must have been 4 or 5. I was at Wizard World.
He's a nice dude,
Philadelphia Convention Center. And we were all in line. We were all waiting in the queue to go into the con. And one of the side doors was locked. And I look up and this is big ass figure. And I was like,
wow,
oh, that's Lou Ferrigno. And he's knocking on the glass. Now I'm sitting on the step, like there's a little step to the bottom, but that door is locked. And I'm just sitting there with my boys. We're just waiting. And he knocks on the glass, and I get up and I go and I let him in, which obviously, but it's Lou Ferrigno. So he could have been anybody. But I let Lou Ferrigno, and he was like, thanks, and just had his bags and just walked right past.
So he was quiet. You know what? That's what I thought, man. They were asking me, you think he was shunning you? I was like, nah. He was. First of all, famously, he's got a disability, right? I can see him looking at my mouth. Probably
he's always looked like soft-spoken in every interview.
Yeah. But I did meet. I got Keith Sutherland's signature on the David from Lost Boys figure.
Nice.
Keith Sutherland was. That dude was acting like family. You know what I mean? Carolina's from Cali, from the same place. They were talking. He was. You know what I'm saying? Bro, it felt like we had to pay for the autograph, but it felt.
24 is my favorite show of all time.
I just told him that. Yo, Vinny.
Bruh,
24 changed the game. Like before that is before 24 where TV shows are normal.
Yeah.
And 24 still had a 20 episode format.
Dog. You know what else?
People didn't think they would kill. The gimmick was more than a gimmick. They did so much with it. It was the first show, like everybody ever put 24 onto 24 back in the day. It was like crack. It was cliffhanger television. You had to watch the next episode. 24 is my favorite show of all time.
Change the guests. Remember, we used to have a guest on the show. Like 24 didn't make it feel like it was so embedded in the story. You would just see Lou Diamond
when people were shocked because Sean Bean and Game of Thrones. I was like, 24 did this shit first.
Yeah. The only thing it was
Survivor.
Yeah, I started it. I got to hop back on it. I saw the first episode years ago.
It's 24, bro.
All right. Yeah, man. I actually, Vinny, I got to tell him that. I told him, man, 24 was I get corny when I meet celebrities. That was my problem with Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah.
I had this whole sentence. The only thing I said was 24 game changer. Rock.
There you go.
But the truth. Yeah. But that's it, man.
You scared him because you had a Proton pack on too, bro.
I had a Proton pack, man.
If
you ever wear a Proton pack, you feel famous. I'm not even being arrogant. You stop and taking pictures. Little kids are walking up to you. And the best feeling in the world is seeing my wifey. She act like you don't want to dress up.
Yeah, she look great.
Dog, she be so into it. Yeah, I be talking to her and she just be smiling, waving the kids, kids over. I'm like, man, this girl, she's gone.
Y'all look great, bro.
So I appreciate that, man. It's a fun family thing, man. My dream, I know I'm making this outro long. My dream is to get all you guys down here one day. Like I'm hoping I can build this thing up. I've been able to get a panel.
You ain't got no alligators, dude.
We ain't going to where the alligators are. But it's Atlanta. It's Atlanta, bro. We got other things though. We got other things.
Y'all got
we'll avoid it.
Y'all got Atlanta.
we got some stuff. But yeah, man, but glad,
and shit and bears and shit like that in Atlanta.
yeah. But glad to be here, man. Glad to be on here with you guys, yo.
Yeah. I feel the same. I feel blessed. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for being here, man. And thank you guys out there in the chat for another successful show, man. Again, tune in next week. It's going to be a battle royale at the Feds as the 4 o'clock. We'll try to assassinate. We're going to hold it down. Definitely cannot wait, man. But we will talk to you guys next week. Same time, same channel, man. We love y'all, man. Have a great day, great afternoon. Get some sleep. And we will talk to y'all later on. Peace out. All that good stuff.